Hello guys, good evening everyone and welcome to the day 1 of ExDee's AOV tournament Rise best of 16. So today is the day 1 for the round, and first of all I would like to talk about sponsors. So this tournament is sponsored by Burok Times. You can find more details about them on their official website and also like their Facebook page. The links to both of these have been mentioned in the live stream description. And the total prize pool for the tournament is 5500 bucks. The first position is gonna get 2200 bucks. The second position is gonna get 1600 bucks. The third position is gonna get 1000 bucks, and the fourth position is gonna get 700 bucks. Also, a very special thanks to to these guys for sponsoring the tournament. First is Vishal Tanwar by My Fucking Nightmare, Amal S, Noob Rats, Suraj Rai Z. So a big shout out to all these guys, our sponsors. So joining me right now is Hi, I'm Kaz. So Kaz, how's it going, man?
Nothing much, dude. Is going all good. It's all good. So talking about today is the first day. We're gonna start with the round of 16. So yesterday, round of 32 finally ended for our tournament, and I think we got to see some very clutch games yesterday. I mean, especially that 40-minute plus game. Like, holy shit, that was some next level stuff. Like, what do you think is like? Do you think that today's games are going to be competitive, or is it going to be more of like a storm kind of system? Like, what do you think is going to be today's games?
If I'm not wrong, like today's games are going to be a little bit more competitive as compared to the round of 32. I think some games are going to be stomp. Okay, so we are only playing 4 games today. I think most of the games should be competitive and should not be one-sided like we have seen throughout the tournament so far, apart from a couple of games. And talking about the 40-minute match that we had yesterday, holy shit! Like that match was something else. And I got the feedback from the
Exactly.
community, and like they were pretty happy about that. Like they really enjoyed that match, especially the Hindi commentary that we gave to them, and like the gameplay that was overall in that game. So like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that particular match, just put the stream on the another level, as per me.
You said it right. So today we are going to have it's Tuesday. So the first match is going to be between Lazy Family versus Team Allegiance. I think I'm going to give this bias towards the Team Allegiance because I personally think those players are in much more coordination right now, judging from their previous matches. What do you think is the game plan for any of the teams currently?
Yeah, like personally speaking, like a couple like some of the captains of the teams are asking me for some invade strats, so I kind of share whatever I had to share with them. We'll have to see like how it goes. Like I just told them to focus on the team composition, because I think invading is not going to win you the game entirely. Like one good move in the beginning can set you up for success, but like it all comes down to team fighting in the later stages of the game. So my suggestion to both the teams would be to to make a good draft. If you have a good draft, then obviously you can do well.
I think you're currently. Yeah, I think you're right about that. So talking about what you called the previous matches, I think this guy Pepega. I mean, I missed his earlier in-game name. I think his name is XDG Jay. So he's an XDG player who he also went to AIC.
Yeah.
We didn't know about that one. So I mean, I think a lot of more experience towards on the blue side right now.
Yeah, like if somebody has gone to represent India on such a level, a stage, so I think he should be pretty good. Like I have talked with that guy a couple of times. I think he has a lot of knowledge about the game, so we'll have to see how he brings that knowledge into the game and takes his team to success and qualifies for the quarterfinal. So that will be interesting thing to see. But we cannot cannot think low of the red side as well. I think they are pretty good as well, so they can also go toe to toe with the blue side. So we'll have to see for that. I have just joined the lobby, guys, and we are waiting for two more players, and as soon as they come, we are going to start the match. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, let's just read the comments till now because I don't think the match lobby is still ready yet. So,
Yeah.
Kaz, why am I not invited to the team? I think this guy absolutely ordinary. I think he's Karan Blink also, the mage player. You know, he's a good mage player. Hindi commentary, please, Kaz and Blastoise. Smoking the Shillong. Banjo गांजा गिर गया भोसड़ी के सारा.
See, guys, if a match exceeds the
गांजा का.
20-minute mark,
अरे ये
definitely
तो है.
we're gonna
वो
stream
तो
in
गिर
that
गया था
match.
ना. नहीं इसी पे गिरा था. गांजा गिरा.
Okay,
बस
as
लाइटर से.
we can see in the background there are some talks about ganja and stuff. So guys, all the kids that are
अरे
watching the stream.
yeah, my bad. I should mute here.
Yeah. तो गाइस यहाँ पे बकचोदी शुरू हो चुकी है, बट हम कोशिश करेंगे कि ये बकचोदी कम से कम हो स्ट्रीम पे, खासकर गांजा और वीड की बात, क्योंकि फिर पूरी कम्युनिटी गांजा गांजा करती है. सो we'll have to see. For that, the lobby is just being made. We are waiting for the team players to join. I think this should be a good game considering that both the teams are pretty competitive, so we'll have to see. Like, it's still early to say anything about any of the teams. They have done well, so obviously they have done well to come to the round of 16. Let's see which of these two
Yeah.
teams gets to the round of 16. Okay, the lobby has expired. No. Okay. I thought.
No, the lobby is not expired.
Okay.
By the way, we are just missing on one player from the blue team ALLEGIANCE. So let me just check the Discord if they're on the Discord as well. Else we have to disqualify them.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
I think there's only one player missing from the team side of Team ALLEGIANCE. Baki all the players are there in lobby.
Okay, let me just tell our viewers for today's matches. The first match is obviously going to be between Lazy Family and Team ALLEGIANCE. The second game is going to be between Z Force versus the Perfect Punch. The third game is going to be between Renegades versus Absolute Halal. The fourth game is going to be between KAATU, POOCHI and Skeleton Gaming. So we are just gonna have 4 games today, and the rest of the games of round of 16 will be played tomorrow around the same time, 7 p.m. So,
Yeah.
Kaz, what do you think? Like, out of these teams, like just I mentioned them, which teams do you think we have a good chance of making it to the quarter-final bracket?
Are you talking about like all the teams currently, or like only out of these two teams currently?
I'm talking about all the teams. Like, if you can give an overview to our viewers, like how's the tournament going on, and like what do you expect from these set of matches that we have today and tomorrow, the round of 16?
I think definitely we have to keep an eye on Milify. Like as I said before, those guys are former top two team. They're ex-members of Serenity, so we have to keep an eye on them, as well as like the team which stormed the fuck out of that. Which team is that? That was
Talks
which?
INC, Talks
Yes,
INC.
that Talks INC, Talks INC. Yeah, that team is also a very strong team, I think, in my opinion. Also talking about Renegades and this team Allegiance, I think these two are absolutely top contenders as well as absolutely Halal, which is also one of our sponsors teams. Fucking nightmare. I mean, they have some very good players, one trick players also, like Siege Pride and Zed, who is a very good one trick Brak. So I mean, it's a lot of competition currently, but I think we will have a little bit more clarity on the competition left after round of 8. I mean, the quarterfinals.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Yeah, like we can see, like we're just waiting for another guy. As soon as he joins, we'll just do a ready check and then we can start the match.
Yeah.
Okay, he has joined apparently. EZY. Easy peasy. In short, Kaz, just do a final ready
Easy
check and
peasy.
then we are ready to go.
Then just do a. Yeah, I think Rath is going to do a ready check.
Okay.
So there was a little bit of player exchange right there. So I wanted to exchange some players.
Oh. Okay. I think the lobby is gonna expire the way the things are happening.
Yeah, this. I don't know what the fuck. Why is this guy not readying? And he's asking if we are ready. Okay, finally into the game.
Yeah, we are finally to the pick and ban phase of the match. So I think the expected bans would be coming out, if I'm not wrong, like the Elsu ban, the Jinnah ban, the Quilin ban. Any unique bans, Kaz, that you are expecting from both the teams?
I don't think there's any particular one-trick ban, like a target ban towards any team members, because for my opinion, according to me, I think the Duke is a very good marksman player. Like, I think he only plays marksman, to be honest. So probably a Telenas ban, as well as because she's in meta. As we can see, Telenas being hovered.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I think they're gonna ban Telenas. They're just showing the butterfly for BM. Okay, they're banning Lindis.
Okay, Linda's kind of can be a target ban towards
Yeah,
Duke,
towards Duke.
probably
Yeah,
because she is in meta as well.
we see that both the teams are going for some different sort of bans. Like they have not banned
Right.
Elsu yet. They have not banned Jinar. Okay, Telena's ban has been coming up from the red side. Let's see
Okay,
what is the.
Teneras and Murad ban as well on the first side.
Yeah.
We still have Elsu open
Okay, we have a Laurel ban. I
currently.
think this is definitely a target ban towards some player on the red side, and the red side is replying that ban with a Jinar ban as well.
Okay, we seem seeing some kind of awkward bans currently. I mean, okay,
Okay,
fine, Nikulin is
they have
banned.
made Jinar open. Elsu, okay, we are gonna see the first Elsu of the
Elsu,
tournament. And the red side is gonna go for the safe pick, the Baldam and the Jinar. Let's see if they lock it in. Baldam has been locked already. Now we are waiting for the Jinar pick. Will they pick Jinar? I think they will. Kaz, just take over
yeah.
the commentary, okay, for couple of minutes, okay.
Yeah, definitely. So as you can see, a Baldam and Jinnah pick right now, and on the blue side, Elsu is obviously being must pick kind of hero right now because he's such powerful hero. Also, to counter Jinnah, we can see a little bit of Liliana right now. I mean, Liliana and it combo is obviously there as I talked about in the previous videos. So I think they're just going to make a little bit of more combo kind of game. I mean, they're not relying on the meta right now. Except I think the Lazy family is also relying on the meta. Like they are going for the Jill and the Zill and the Jinnar combo. I think okay, a Morin jungle is this supposed to be a threat towards the jungle? Because if Morin is going towards the jungle, I don't think Zill would fit into a side lane because more of his skills and the mechanics of Zill are more reliable to be played in the jungle. So definitely looking forward. Blast, your mic is echoing. No, I think Blast is doing a drug deal right now, so let's just ignore him. Okay, we can go towards what you call pick and ban phase again. So we can see a Batman pick right now on the blue side. This is most likely to counter early aggression towards the red side, just because I think towards the late game, Batman and what you call the Rayoma is going to fall off a bit. Uh, I think this is kind of a very early game aggression composition coming out from the red side. And from the blue side, I mean, this is more of a balanced kind of team comp. You can see a standard assassin, standard warrior, standard tank, a standard marksman, and a standard mage. And the mage, as well, is one of the most broken mages currently in the patch we are playing on. Jinar is a very broken mage, especially when it comes to after he hits level 4, he will be hitting a lot harder. So we'll definitely try to see what is the game plan towards from the red side. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm,
like
I'm
we'll have to see how that goes. I just went to fix my mic and I'm back again. So coming to the team composition, I think Kaz, what do you think? Which team has a better team comp? I would, if I had to give it to, I would give it to the red side. Coming to as per the team comp.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, to be honest, I'm gonna towards the blue side this time because if they are able to pull off the early aggression, I think they can easily snowball considering the type of heroes they have, and as well as like the proficiency of heroes. Like I know Xavier is a very good Batman player, for example, and as well as the Elsu. I mean, Elsu is kind of one of those heroes. If he snowballs, I think he will dominate the lane quite a bit. Also, he's not easily vulnerable to ganks because the kind of vision he provides to this game. So.
Okay, we
Uh,
see a pause coming out from the red side.
yeah.
We'll have to see what's all that about. I think that's a
Yeah,
strategic
most
ban, a strategic
yeah, most likely
pause.
kind of a like a kind of a disconnection or something, connection issues probably on the red side.
Like if the red side is able to make good use of the team composition. I think they have like Baldam is a pretty solid tank. Moran can tank a little bit as well, like he's a tanky sort of a marksman, plus that tankiness from the Jinnah's ultimate and the Ares. So I think they have a better team comp as per me, because the Batman is gonna scale off late game. We'll have to see what
True.
kind of an impact Elsu does, because this is probably the first Elsu we are seeing in the tournament so far.
Agreed. I mean, to be honest, like I've not seen a lot of I mean, we have not seen a single Elsu I think yet, right?
Yeah,
So I
this is
think
the
this is the
first
first
Elsu.
Elsu.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. So I mean, you can see the rotations coming out from the blue side. They're trying for an early invade towards the Zil, and the Jinnar is still trying to clear minions. So I think if they're not able to take the buff before the Jinnar is going to clear the minions, he will hit level 2, and it will be a disadvantage on the blue side. So we'll just have to see how this invade is going to go.
I think they have unpaused the game. I think we can give them a pause if one of the players is found to be disconnected. Okay, they're all no no. I think the area is DC Kaz. I think we can give them a pause. Okay.
Okay, I
Guys,
mean,
the area is
probably,
DC. The area is DC as far as I can see. She's just standing in the lane, top side of the lane. So we'll have to give them a spectator pause.
yeah, most likely.
Guys, if you'll see the stream, like you can see that I have added 2 new tabs. So from the blue side you can see the stream allegiance, and on the red side you can see lazy family return. So like I tried to adjust the logos of the teams, but the logos are pretty big in size, and like trying to crop that logo into a small image was not possible, and it was getting blurred getting a lot of blurry. So I decided to go with the text. So I hope you guys are
Yes,
okay with that.
yeah, I can see you have made some quite a good changes, a lot of changes. So please, let's. Okay, the match has editing. I think ID is moving again, so we are going to be fine. What do you think is the game plan? I mean, we already talked about the game plan on the blue side. What is the game plan towards the red side? I think they're just trying to farm up and like go towards the
Yeah.
late game just because their composition is very good.
Yeah, I think they'll just try to farm up, okay, because they have somebody like Morin, a Jinar, a Aerie, and a Zil who can do a lot of damage in the late game. While coming to the blue side, like they have a Batman which has a lot of pressure in the early game. So I think they're gonna just try to hard push and hard engage as much as can in the earlier stages of the game.
Yeah, exactly. And you can see the kind of pushing power coming out from L'Oreal. She is going to outpush a bit of the Jinnar, and the L'Oreal is trying to. I mean, the Anet is trying to provide a good amount of vision for her team. So Baldum is a little bit okay. Oh,
Okay,
Baldum is engaging right now.
yeah. I think the red side, like I said, the red side has a scaling sort of a team composition, so they're not gonna dish out a lot of damage in the early stages of the game. So all the
Yeah.
okay, that's a snipe
Okay, the end.
just missing.
Yeah, and there's a heal being used out by the Baldum, and I think this is going to be an easy first blood. I mean, this is what I was talking about. Like, if they fail to be aggressive in the early game, I think they are going to scale off. As you said as well, the team composition is like they don't have any tank right now, and the Abyssal Dragon is being started by the red team.
Yeah, like I said, if the game goes on to the later stages, I think the red team will get a easy. Okay, we see another
Okay.
kill. That was a very bad positioning by the Elsu. I don't know what he was
Yeah,
doing
I
over
think
there.
that was a solid int. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't think this was yeah, I don't think he was supposed to be there. So, anyways,
and the Ares also
ignoring that,
winning the top lane matchup as well against this Ryoma.
I mean, Roma should be winning it at least until level 3, but we can see the ID has a lot much more pressure as well as the experience advantage because of the Abyssal Dragon. So the red team is already like 1k gold ahead, so you can see gold difference kind of building up already.
The map rotation from both the teams are like toe to toe, if
Okay, a
I'm not
little bit
wrong.
engage going on Zin.
Yeah, that's a
A very
2v2
nice
happening.
settlement by
That's
the
a very
Zin.
nice ultimate from the Aerie. The Ryoma countering it with his own play.
Okay,
I think
okay, I think it's
the
going to be
Aerie is dead.
easy.
Okay, he was trying to sort of BM with the recall stuff, but she knew she
Yeah, I
was
mean,
dead.
I think he BM'd it because he knew he was dead. So
Yeah. We on the bot lane we see Duke farming up with his.
yeah, I mean,
He's
Duke
missing
is
all the
winning
last
lane for
hits.
the
Yeah,
first time.
yeah, but yeah, he's missing all the last hits. So
Yeah, I mean, Elsu's not that much behind right now, even though he kind of trolled a bit in the early stage. So we have to. I mean, the Anet is kind of babysitting this Elsu.
yeah.
I mean, she's constantly in the bot side as well. So there's no any pressure on the top side or the mid even. The Batman, as you can see, the ultimate is being used by the Batman. So probably they're going for another play.
Yeah, there's just one thing that I would like to tell our viewers that guys, if you're gonna last hit the minions, then you will get 10% more golden experience from that. So try to last hit when you're in the lane. Especially you need to learn how to last hit if you're playing a role such as a marksman and a mage.
Exactly. A lot of damage coming out towards the bottom. I think he is not dead yet. Yeah, I think bat. Okay, the battle I
Okay, the
get.
Batman passive and the damage from the first kill.
Rizal is using his ultimate in a troll kind of fashion. He is going to kill the Batman, but I mean the Zin is still. I don't think that was a good ultimate from Zin. So you can see a kind of even team fight for two. The
Yeah,
Irie is going to kill the Ryoma as well. So
like I expected, these teams have. There's a reason why they have made it to the round of 16, I think, and I think they both are gonna go 2-2 with each other.
yeah, definitely. I mean, as I talked about, this is more about team skills and compositions.
Yeah.
So I think in the composition department, definitely the red side has already won. But in terms of skills, I think there's still a little bit of gap in both the teams. So we have to see who is going to win out. I mean, definitely after this Abyssal Dragon, we'll definitely get a more accurate answer to
The,
which team is more stronger at the moment.
the Elsu was able to secure the Vision Bird with his second skill. So, and there's a gang coming in the mid lane on the Jinna, and the Jinna is gonna die.
The Jinna kind of overextended. I think he got a bit cocky, strong, and just because of that, the Baldam is also going to die. So that's a 2 for none kill. So okay, a
Okay.
very good ultimate, very good ultimate coming out by the Zen, and he is out as well. So good trade on the side of Zen. At least he's saving his team's grace.
Okay, that was a very nice ultimate from the Aerie, but I think she's gonna die now. Yeah, she's dead.
Yeah, she's dead. I mean, you can see on all the team fights right now, Morin did not rotate at taking buff, which is not a very good choice. And I think he is inting kind of right now. No, he's still not going to die. He has to flash out.
Okay. See,
I think the
I
Morin could
still.
have rotated a bit much
Yeah, the
faster.
Moran was pretty slow on that rotation, so that's causing his team a couple of kills, a couple of deaths.
Yeah. Okay, I think this is a kind of a gank. Okay, the Bandam is going to miss his first kill, so ID is going. I mean, the L'Oreal is. For
I
the
think,
Liliana, I'm talking. The
I think,
Liliana is going to escape.
yeah, I think the strategy for the red team at this moment should be just to try to get the objectives such as the Abyssal Dragon and try to just scale up, farm up a little bit because they have a late game scaling team composition. If they're gonna try to fight now, they are going to get over damage, like you can say like, yeah.
Exactly. So, I mean, to be honest, now they are. I think the red team is trying to move out towards the Abyssal Dragon.
Yeah.
They are trying to gank the Elsu, but you can see Elsu has a lot of vision already, so he can spot out the Baldam from quite a lot of distance. And he is also, I mean, if you can see, the Elsu is not missing a lot of snipes. Like, I think after like the early game, he's not able to miss snipes. I think that is a very good thing.
Kaz, I'm mentioning, are you noticing the Muramasa's first item on the Elsu? Do you have anything to say about that?
I mean, Elsu does not require much attack speed. He requires much more of damage. So I think Muramasa is a good item,
But
especially in the early game.
okay.
But I don't think, definitely as you said, I think not good in the early game. I think he should have gone for something like a rank breaker, something much earlier. But
Yeah.
Muramasa should be a much more of a late game item.
Okay, the
Okay, so
damage
very good.
coming out. The damage from that
Exactly.
Muramasa, I think. And the second skill.
Muramasa is raw damage. Like Elsu's second skill does a lot of damage, and it increases as it hits the target. So you can see Elsu pick is just more of a zoning poking, and you can see a lot of poke coming out from Liliana as well. Jinar is post world.
I think there was no need over there by the Jinat world. I think he wasted his ult over there.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was more of a panic ultimate. Like he thought he was going to die, so he just wanted damage reduction coming from the ultimate. So coming back to the top side, you can see the Ryoma is kind of winning the matchup now. Irie is down to half
Okay,
HP, and
and
there's a good.
there's one thing that I would like to notice, like the Elsu has made a Fafnir's Talon.
Yeah, Fafli's Talon is good. I mean, I had made it as well. I mean, it's good in the patch currently. So
I think
Irie is kind of trolling. Is she
she's
lagging or
yeah,
something?
I think she's lagging right now.
Probably. I mean, okay, you can see okay, Moran is Moran just missed his ultimate.
Okay.
So that was kind of a line right there. Zil is going in 1v2 on the Batman. He is able to escape, but that's not a good trade because he just faces ultimate. It's like a 30-second or 40-second cooldown. The idea is, I mean, the Liliana is what's it called, poke out the Jinna, so he has to base back. I mean, now we can see a lot of being much focus on turrets and towers, like objectives focus is being increased from the blue side. And the red side is not able to counter that as to the extent that we thought they could be.
Yeah, but as soon as the game goes to the late game stages, the Batman's killing is gonna scale off. Like the Batman will not be that handy until or unless he's able to one shot somebody in the back line.
Yeah, I mean the Batman scaling is should follow, but that only depends if the opponents are building armor. Build armor, Batman will still do a lot of damage, raw damage,
And
and you
he's
can see
already
Batman
doing
getting,
that, yeah.
yeah, I mean a lot of damage coming out from Batman. You can see a little bit of BM coming out from Recto,
Anet,
which is playing the net.
yes.
So yeah, I mean this is looking more like a stomp right now. I mean it was definitely not a stomp in terms of like kills, but more of a stomp in terms of macro. Like
Yeah.
the blue team is definitely out stomping the red team in terms of macro. The macro is very good. I mean you can see already they're rotating towards the dark sky and they have started it. ID probably should rotate towards the dark side just to check or get vision for her team, and I think she would be doing that. But Ryoma is going to spot her out. I think you can see the red team taking the unreachable dragon, which is a good trade-off. I mean, if you cannot contest the dark side, it's better you get at least the other objective on the map.
Yes, but let's see if they will be able to finish it because because the blue side is making them move towards the dragon, but they're gonna secure it anyways.
Exactly. So
What do you think? Does
the
the red side have any chance of making a comeback in this game, or is this game over?
I mean, definitely, I think there's still a chance left on the red side. I mean, you still have that Moran is gonna scale up a lot. I mean, if he generates his full stack of passive, which is 8 stacks, he's gonna get a lot of armor and magic defense. So he will be very hard to kill for the assassins like Batman. But you can still see Jinar is a very good cancer hero. So if he is, he's gonna pull out a very good ultimate, like a 2-3 man ultimate. Okay, a very good cock block coming out from Anet. So Jinar is totally cock block. But
Okay,
you
the
can see the
Zil
team
coming
fight.
out huge in this team fight. He's already cleared the backline and he's trying to kill the Batman. Okay, the Batman has
Holy
died as
shit!
well. This is what I talked about, the late game power of the red side.
Exactly. I mean, I think the blue team should get a clear idea that you cannot win them directly 5v5 because the team fight is much stronger with that strong
Yeah.
tank like trying to
I
frontline,
think
all the damage.
another such a bad team fight for the blue side could lead to a defeat for them because they are, I think they will be easily able to take at least 2 mid lane turrets with this push.
Yeah. I mean, they have a little bit of super minions in the main, which doesn't really matter because you know how fast the turret is being destroyed by the Moran.
I think they
So
are extending right now. I think they should just back off. They've already taken 2 lanes, 2 mid lane turrets. I think they should back off.
yeah, definitely they should back off. I mean, you can see the Batman is trying now. They have no the only counter to Batman currently is Elsu, which is on the blue side team. So they don't really have anything to get vision of Batman currently. So talking about I mean, obviously, I don't think to be honest they should try to fight 5v5. You can see Elsu is split pushing in the bot lane.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious that it's pretty hard for the blue side to win a 5v5 proper 5v5 team fight unless they're able to catch somebody off guard and kill that team member from the red side first and make it a 5v4.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can see the Ryoma is constantly split pushing on the top side, so they are forced for a kind of 4v5. I mean, last team fight was also 4v5. The Ryoma was not in the team, so
Yeah.
probably we can see some kind of. I mean, it really depends on the team's mistakes. I mean, you can see the ID is kind of getting caught out. She has to use her ultimate. A lot of damage coming out from the ultimate. So
I think the blue
I
side
think,
has realized that they cannot win a proper 5v5 team fight, so said they're trying to split push on both the bottom side as well as the top side of the map.
yeah, exactly.
Coming to the
Yeah,
gold, I think the gold is pretty dead even. Holy shit, it's like the 500 gold difference or something like that, which is like totally next to it doesn't matter at all.
yeah, totally. I mean, looking at the item choices, the lifesteal item as well, the longbow called. So
Yeah, since you are a
we
marksman main, you must be knowing more than me when it comes to the itemization for marksman. Okay,
yeah,
we see the
okay,
Jinar, the Moran getting caught, and I think if they can kill the Elsu over here, the
that was a
Elsu
very
is
bad
surviving
positioning
for
from
such a
Moran.
long time. I think the Elsu is not gonna die.
And that is
Th-
4 for 1.
that's a
I
GG
think
if
they
I'm
are
not
going
wrong.
to
That's
end
a
the
GG.
game.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a GG. So one mistake coming out from
I
the
mean Moran
Moran.
should never be in such a spot. Like he overextended a lot. his team wasn't even there. Like, what the fuck was he doing? Like, I think he's kind of the sole reason they lost this team fight and probably going to lose this game as well. I mean, you can see the IIT damage coming out. I mean, the Liana damage coming out from a Fox for first kill. That's a lot of damage, and this is probably, yeah, this is a good game.
That's a GG.
Yeah, and well played, very well played. The Ryoma, he knew that the Morin was kind of going to be like what's it called, out of form or like out of situations, out of positions. So he was hiding in the bush all the time, and he just one shot the Morin as soon as he came, and that resulted in team fight being won because Elsu was allowed to free it. There was no marksman on the team.
Okay, now coming to the post-match analysis. First of all, I would like to talk about the last team fight. If the Moran got caught and got killed in like a couple of seconds, one thing that the Alsu did right over there was he went into the bushes to do the auto attacks, and the red side team did not had any sort of a vision on him, so he was easily able to do a couple of free auto attacks, and like that
Exactly.
changed the team fight totally.
I mean, to be honest, this is kind of like I mean, this was very. Not gonna lie, except the last team fight or team fights or something. This was still a very close match. Although the timestamps will not think it is much close, but generally it's not all about the time taken for the match to end to be close or not. So yeah, I mean it was very close in terms of the item builds, the gold and everything. So I think this is a very good starting towards the round of 16, and we are able to see the domination. I mean the type of closeness. I mean not the domination, the closeness of matches coming right now by the teams. I mean, is there anything else you want to say towards any personal players or like any personal player comments in the match?
Like all I'm not gonna say anything about any particular player or particular team. I'm just hoping that we get to see such kind of matches in the rest of the remaining matches in the round of 16. I think that will be a very good thing for the audience to see. Like they'll be able to see the rotation that you need, the macro gameplay that you have to play apart from the draft, apart from the individual skill level. The macro guys really matters a lot. The way you rotate on the map, the way you take objectives, the way you position around team fights as a marksman or as a mage or as a tank or as an assassin. So all that thing plays a very big role in winning a team fight and eventually winning the game.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with what you say. I mean, the teams that is the way to win. So not always about the team draft, like the drafting. The macro is plays a very big vital part in winning. I mean that's like how most of the matches were won. If you can see when we were in part of NT gaming. So what do you think the team should more focus on? Like should they more focus towards like the early aggression or late game compositions, or should they go for more like a balanced game comp, balanced team comp, but definitely like
I think it first of all it should like the mindset of the team should be very much clear. Like if they want to go for a poke sort of a team composition, if they want to go for a early game team composition, or if they want to go for a late game team composition. Guys, if you are making a late game team composition, then there is no reason or no sense in fighting for early objectives. You just need to farm it out, play safe, and then once you hit the 3 item spike or 4 item spike, then you can take the team fights. Like even if you lose a couple of abyssal dragons in the beginning, that's okay. Like it will not create such of an impact if you have right amount of tanks and right amount of CC in your team. And if you are going for a poke composition, then you have to look for team fights. You need to do damage before totally engaging into the fights. And if you are making a team comp that revolves around early game pressure, then obviously you'll have to take the abyssal dragon in the beginning. Try to push for turrets if you have a good early game team composition. And if you're gonna take turret, then obviously you will be able to open the map much more. Hence you will be able to work more on your macro gameplay, and then you will be able to out rotate your opponents. You will be able to take more objectives, and finally you'll be able to kill them in their jungle, maybe while they are doing their buffs, and then you'll be easily able to end the game through the split pushing methods.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree. I totally agree. So, I mean, coming down to the next match is between Z Force versus the Perfect Punch.
Perfect punch, yes. Just give me a second, guys.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I would like to talk about sponsor as well of this tournament is sponsored by Baroque Times. For thanks to Baroque Times for sponsoring the tournament. You can find more details about them on their official website page and their Facebook page. Links to both of them have been given in the live stream description. And a very special thanks to these guys for sponsoring the tournament. First of all, Vishal Tanwar, my fucking nightmare, Amal S, Noob Brats, and Suraj Rai, Z. So thanks to these guys for sponsoring the tournament. The lobby is being made, so we are just gonna go towards the
Yeah, I
lobby.
mean, we are Yeah, let me just check the Discord if the people are active on the Discord is not. I mean, the lobby players I have entered, like both the teams are ready. Let me just
Yep.
check with the Discord stuff.
Perfect punch is going. Okay, guys, the perfect punch is going to be on the blue side, while Z4 is going to be on the red side for this game.
Yeah, so I think we're ready with this.
Okay, just invite me to the lobby whenever
Oh
it's
yeah,
ready.
fuck yeah, we don't want the repeat of the last time it happened.
Yeah. Guys, your voice is just cutting a little bit. Can you restart your Discord, please?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think it should be much better now.
Yeah, it's better. Like we are missing one play. Just turn up the volume if you can. Like your voice is coming, but it's coming clear, but it's a little bit low on volume.
Yeah, I mean, I just heard my voice on the live stream. I think it was fine. So I think it's going to be a little low for you. I think.
Yeah, I okay, okay, that's okay. Now I'm getting it. Now it's fine for me as well.
Okay. So let me just read the comments. Some of the comments right now.
Blue team's turn to ban.
Okay. Never mind. The match just started.
Yeah. A guy is asking, are you guys Kaizen blasters, and are you enjoying the game? Obviously, man, we are enjoying the tournament as well, all the games that we are casting.
Yeah, we are kind of enjoying. Yeah, we are enjoying the tournament definitely. I mean, that's a lot of. I mean, we get to see a lot of old players back in the game. So, uh, also like it's kind of like a last tribute towards the server. You can
Blue
say.
team's
I mean,
turn
we
to
Pretty
have to
much,
do
ban.
this.
pretty
Like we have.
much, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay, let's coming to the bans. We have a Murad ban and the Superman ban. Okay, a Superman has been banned. I think that's a target ban towards somebody on the blue side.
Yeah,
Red
definitely. I mean,
team's turn to
Murad ban
ban.
coming out from the side of our team, Perfect Punch. I mean, already talked about this player Rigel. I mean, if
Blue
you remember,
team's
this
turn
Rigel
to
played
ban.
Murad in the last game.
Yeah, yeah, he played Murad till some certain like pretty good level, you can say. Okay, okay, perfect punch and Z force.
Red team's turn to ban.
We'll have to see how it goes. Like they have banned a Liliana and Superman. I think they're not banning the meta champions such as the Elsu, Jinar,
Blue team's turn to
Telenas,
pick.
Lindis. So pretty unique bans coming out from both the sides. I don't know if these are a target ban or they are just banning it randomly. We'll have to see how that goes.
Red team's turn to pick.
So we have a first pick coming, first pick Richter coming from the blue side, and in reply the red side is picking Telenas. They are hovering over Telenas right now. Let's see if they. Zuka is also open. This guy, God of Calamity, is Zuka one trick player.
Blue team's turn to pick.
Okay, they are playing, picking up Thane. Okay, we see Alice being hovered for the first time in the tournament. I don't think he's gonna
Can
lock
you
it
hear me
in.
now?
I can hear you, but your voice is a little low.
Yeah,
Still.
I mean, my internet is
Red
acting up right
team's
now.
turn
Yeah,
to
sure.
pick.
It's okay. It's okay. Just manage as much as you can.
Yeah, okay.
Now it's better. Now it's
So
better.
how?
Yeah, now it's better.
All right.
So again, we see. I think this team, the Z Force, they played the Butterfly last time as well, if I'm not wrong, and the
Yeah, I
Natalia as
mean,
well.
last time there was not Kanu Satija, who's a butterfly one trick. He was not playing last time from the team of
But
Z4. So today, I think he is going to finally show out his god level butterfly.
we'll have to see
Yeah.
how much of a god level butterfly that's going to be. But we see the first time Lindis. I think this.
Red
Okay,
team's turn to
okay.
Oh
pick.
yeah, that was just a striptease, but in this, the
Yes.
real show. I mean, Kanu Sajid is godlike butterfly. I mean, he gives your 200, who was called the best butterfly on the server. He gives him a very tough competition. He's the best butterfly. I mean, in the world probably.
So, Kaz, coming
So,
to the draft, who do you think, like, which team has the better draft as per you?
to be honest, I think the team which has Elsu, I really prefer the team which has Elsu currently because I mean you can see a very OP champions like
10
Richter,
seconds
Elsu, but
remaining.
solely coming on to team draft, I think obviously I will give it again towards red side because they have a proper tank. a proper mage, an assassin, support, and as well as like a secondary tank. You can say a warrior
Yeah,
kind of.
technically they have like two tanks and one of them deals true damage. So we'll have to see. And the Barnum is
Exactly.
going offlane with the execute. I think he'll be able to dish out a lot of damage in team fights.
Yeah, I think he is definitely going for towards a warrior kind of build. I mean, half damage, half a bruiser, not a warrior. So we have to see how is this is going to pan out. I mean, very good skin coming out from Raz. This is probably the best skin we have of Raz on the server currently.
Yeah, true. But skins don't matter. It's the skills that matter. So we'll have to see. Is it just the skin show or the skill show?
Yeah, agreed.
But I see people in the chat saying Kanu and BF Rafa Lama, and they are saying GG pretty much. So I think if he's that good of a BF player, then it's gonna be trouble.
Yeah, I mean, he's god level. I already told you he's god like. I mean, he can solo carry anybody.
So
He should have gone instead to AAC, to be honest. I mean, Jerry was not a good player. I mean, I think Tanu Satija was the best. I mean,
but
option, but
what if the enemy team banned his butterfly after
Welcome
scouting
to
him?
Arena of
Well,
Valor.
yeah, agreed. I mean, then I think then he would have probably headlined as well. I think I mean he's a one trick pony, so we
yeah.
have to see how it is. The blue team starting out in the first minute itself, they are going to pause the game. Probably some connection issues or somebody AFK.
I think somebody's. I don't. I think. Yeah, their jungler is pretty much in the core, just behind the core in the base, in the fountain, I should say. So he's still in the fountain. So we'll have to see.
Yeah, true.
I think we can give them a spectator pause because obviously we all can see that one of the players is disconnected. So
I mean, we can see if the player is going to return after this pause ends. We should not give it, but yeah, if he doesn't return after this pause has ended, so
yeah, we'll give them a
definitely
pause.
as well. Okay.
I think he's going to reconnect pretty soon, guys. So just stay tuned. The match is about to begin properly. I'll just give them a spectator pause from my side as soon as this pause expires.
I mean, I think the player should be able to reconnect by now. So let's see.
Okay, he's not. Okay, the blue team is doing a very smart thing, guys. If one of you plays is disconnected, just try to pause on your own. Okay, once your pauses have expired and the player has not returned, we can give your team a couple of pauses from our side as well. So don't worry about that.
Yeah.
So this is just the second game of a round of 16. After this game we have two more games for today. The third game which will be between Team Renegades and Team Absolute Halal. Our boy fucking Nightmare is also the captain of Absolute Halal. And after this game we have the final game for the day between KAATU POOCHI and Skeleton Gaming at 8:30 p.m.
Exactly. So, I mean, we can already see. I mean, coming down to the team composition, I think we already discussed this matter. But to be honest, I think if the is again the same thing. If the early aggression is going to come from the blue side, and if they are going to win the early game, they're going to snowball as well because you can see Ripker is a very powerful hero in level one.
Okay,
Prepare to engage.
was that last player moving? I just gave him a pause. I don't think the Anet, you
I
can see the
mean, yeah,
Anet has
you
not
just
got.
pause for anything, so I think you're distributing pauses for free.
No,
I
the
think this is
the
like
Anet
buy
the
one get
Anet
one
is
free
the
pause.
Anet is still in the fountain and she has not bought any items so far. The Raz is actually moving, so he has not bought any items as well, but he's at least moving. But the Anet is still in the base without any items, so I think she's pretty much disconnected right now.
I don't know. So much disconnections. I mean, people need to fix the internet.
But this is India, dude. This is India. We need to cut some slack for these guys. Okay, Kaz, just pause the game if you don't see the Anet moving. Just pause the game. We can give them one final pause after this, and after then the game will go
Yeah.
as it should.
Okay,
Okay,
she
the
is
Anet
moving
is
right now.
finally moving. Okay, thank God. Just give me a second.
Did you check out the new LOL mobile which just came out on the China Play Store? Hello.
Yeah, yeah, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back.
Yeah. So I'm talking. I was just talking about. Did you see the new LOL mobile which just came out on the China
Yeah,
Play
I
Store?
saw. I heard like they are giving the option to pre-register.
Yeah. So that is going to be a kind of an early invade for Natalia, but Natalia is going to miss out a lot of experience. You can
Yeah,
see she's still level one, which is not good. I mean,
the Elsu is
that's
pretty
not a
much
very good
doing.
macro
Okay,
play.
that was a pretty nice snipe from Elsu. Guys, you can see the range that the Elsu
Yeah,
has on his
exactly.
second skill.
Hmm. So coming back to the match, I mean, you can see Elsu is sniping a lot of times on Telenath. I mean, it's most of the time it's
We'll really have to
that
look
means
forward towards this Elsu. But he's okay. He's running Flicker as well. I thought he was running Ghost, the sprint spell.
yeah. I mean, Flicker is the wisest choice to run on Elsu to be
Yeah. So we see
You
the.
can see the butterfly is finally level 4, while the Zill is still yet to be touching level 4.
I
So
think
I
so.
think the butterfly should be making some plays now. I mean,
Okay, the
she is going
butterfly.
to.
Yeah. Okay, we see a
So the
very nice
Thane
pull
is going
from
to
the
drive.
Thane. I think this should be the first
Okay,
blood
that
for
was
the red side, and the reset for
that definitely
butterfly
should be
as
the
well.
first one.
Okay,
Okay,
this
that
guy
was
is
a
doing some work
very
on the. Okay, that's another reset
that
for the
was double
butterfly.
kill.
Okay,
Okay, two
that will be
kills.
another kill.
Most
Okay, this butterfly is already doing so much work.
exactly. I mean, the Zill wasn't level 4. He just touched level 4 after hitting the last minion of the wave, so he was not able to use his ultimate properly. You can see he still has his ultimate ready, and this is going to be another a free Abyssal Dragon for the red side. So there is going to be a little bit of extreme goal lead in 2 minutes. You can see it's already 1.5k, so
Okay,
that's a very good start.
just a small tip for all the support and the tank mains that are watching this game. Whenever your team is taking an objective such as the Abyssal Dragon, Dark Slayer, and if you are playing some champion with a CC such as a Thane, just don't waste your skills, the first and second skill on the dragon. It's of no use. It's not gonna
Yeah,
do that much of a
exactly.
damage. Just try to, in case a team fight erupts at that very moment and your spells on cooldown, then I think that it can cost you team a lot. So try to save your
Uh,
skills.
so you see the butterfly just took the Sentinel Dragon as well. So she is quite a bit ahead of inexperience compared to the Zill. So she is playing very good. I mean, Kanusitija is known for his butterfly, but yeah, it was mostly sarcasm. But I think he is showing out to be a good player finally. So
I think we'll have to see how he builds his items and like how he rotates. He's rotating very nice so far in this match. His rotations are on
yeah,
point. He's ganking pretty well. Like he's not
I mean
ganked
you
that
can see the
much.
Raz
Yeah,
is almost like mostly in the lane, like trying to farm the minions, while the Natalia is roaming a lot. So I think that is also a big difference.
true. So we see the butterfly is giving a lot of focus towards the bottom side of the map. Like she has not ganked in the top side even once, and she's just trying to put as much as impact on the bottom side of the map.
Yeah, I mean, this was a very wise choice to put the Baldum in the top lane because you can see the Richter is kind of losing the lane to Baldum because he is a tank, so he can't really kill it. And a very nice ultimate coming from the Baldum, trying to be
Okay, that's a
immobilizing. Holy shit! Okay, the thing.
okay. The snipe
Oh!
coming out from Natalia. The snipe from the second skill. That was very well played by the Natalia.
Yeah, that was very clutch from Natalia. I mean, that snipe was godlike, to be honest. Like, it really just missed the first person. I think he kind of told he could have blocked it easily. But now back to the red team is not going to start the Abyssal Dragon. It's probably a free Abyssal Dragon as well.
Yeah, that.
And meanwhile, the butterfly is going to
Okay,
create impression on the top
okay.
side.
The Telena just ulted for the Abyssal Dragon, guys. Like I told you, just try to save your skills. Like if they are on cooldown in a crucial team
Holy
fight, then it's
shit.
going to cost your team.
Okay,
That
you can see
damage.
the Elsu damage is insane. I think Elsu is the winning factor, or the only winning factor to be honest, on the blue side currently because he is not a lot behind in farm. I mean, he's only like 300 gold behind Terenas, but he is a bit behind compared to the butterfly, and Finn is being kind of over aggressive here.
I don't know why the blue side is trying to gank a Thane. that is
Yeah, I
alone,
mean,
standing alone in the lane.
they have spotted out the butterfly, and butterfly is very confident right now. She is moving in without any vision towards the enemies, and
She has a
so they are.
four level lead over the Annette and a 2 level lead over the Elsu. That's why she's so confident in that play.
Yeah, I mean, you can see Elsu, due to Elsu's traps, there's a lot of vision coming, so they already spot the enemies. I don't know why they are still trying to take a fight. I mean, probably just to scare them off. The Raz, meanwhile, is pushing a lot in the mid lane. You can see almost half HP in the tier 3 turret gone.
Surprisingly, the red side is kind of giving more than a tough composition to the blue side. Let's see if the blue side will be able to have a comeback in this game.
I mean, not really a comeback because they're not so behind out right now. So they're only like what's it called? Three. I mean, not even a 3K proper 3K goal lead. So it's not really a comeback right now. But yeah, it's almost going to be a comeback situation if the what's it called? If they give out one more Abyssal Dragon, because you see the butterfly is it's really what's it called? Being so much aggressive towards the Zin, even stealing the buff. I think yeah, Natalia is going to die because she was so aggressive. She has no escape skills. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, we can see a tower dive coming from the Kane and Telna scaling the Ensu. So, what do you think is the no?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what do you think is like the winning situation for the blue side? I mean, as you just said, I think they are kind of losing the momentum and everything.
Okay, that's a very clutch ultimate from the Thane. Like, see that true damage. Like, to be honest, if I would have to say, like, the red team won the game itself in the draft, and that the players, the individual skill level of the red side is looking much more as compared to the blue side. Plus, the rotation that the red side is creating on the map, the macro that the red side is having, that's also pretty good. They have a lot of impact on the game. While the
Yeah,
blue side is
agreed. I
just
mean,
trying to play reactive, while the red side
okay.
is playing
Uh,
proactive.
Elsu is trying his best, to be honest, to carry him again. I mean, you can see he's not missing much of his knives, and but I think still, if Natalia ult is going to connect, she does a lot of damage in this team.
The Elsu has gone for rank breaker instead of Muramasa. I think he should have gone for the Muramasa, like the Elsu from the previous game. Okay, I think Kaz is having some connectivity issues.
Yeah, I was just resetting my Discord right now
Okay,
because
sure. Yeah.
your voice was not audible enough. So yeah, as you said, I think it's. I mean, it really doesn't matter because rank breaker gives much more damage in early game, but Muramasa obviously gives more armor penetration in late game. So I mean, obviously, I think Muramasa could be a better choice because they have two tanks, Thane and Baldum, so they need a little bit more armor penetration.
We'll have to see like how the items are being purchased from the blue side. We see Natalia going. Okay, Natalia missing both of her skills on the Richter.
Yeah, the Victor is going to escape very easily. So
I
so far, I mean, they're not taking much objectives in forms like turrets. The only turret that is down is in the bot side and the top side of the blue side. So they're probably focusing down the objectives, the main objective, which is a dark stair.
Okay, this is very nice macro from the red side. Like they are doing pretty good. Like whosoever is the short caller, I think he's doing a very good job in the short calling department. And I think this will be a easy dark stay secure.
Yeah, I mean, they see the Zil is in the top side. I mean, bottom side, so he obviously cannot contest it. It's a free dark stair given to the red side. That's a very poor macro, as you said. Macro matters a lot, and that's a very poor macro coming out from the blue side.
I think the blue side has realized that they cannot win a proper 5v5 team fight, so that's why they're trying to split push with the Zil.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, you can see the goal lead is almost, I mean, more than 7,000 right now. Holy shit.
Yeah, this is looking like a snowball, but I don't think it's gonna end that quickly. We'll have to. Okay, that was a very nice pull coming out from the Thane and a very nice ultimate from the Telenas. Will the butterfly get the
You just see, like, they have taken the individual Missile Dragon as well, despite the buff which is lowering the damage 50%. So, you can see how much damage the red side is having this time. The Zed is going to go in 1v5, but is not able to do anything in the 1 HP Telenas.
This Thane is doing so much work. Like the way he is engaging into the team fight with his first skill and the second skill, I think that is pretty commendable.
Exactly. I mean, I think he knows his hero very well. To be honest, like he knows when to engage and how much tanky the hero is. So he's able to engage in clutch situations. The middle tower should fall anytime soon. They've called out the dragon.
We'll have to see how the blue side. What's the plan from the blue side, because they are pretty much behind. They are at a goal deficit of almost 10,000, and but
Yeah, totally.
apart from the Elsu, no one apart from the Elsu and the Zil, like nobody else is able to do even a single thing about this.
Yeah, I mean this is not a very smart choice to push right now, because I mean for blue side to defend right now. Sorry, not to push thing, because you can see they are outnumbered. The Richter is still pushing on the top side, and they are five. It's not a proper 5v5 now. The Bandam is going to go top side just to react with the wave, which is forming up on the top side. So I mean, it is a kind of a very good situation, but they're not still the red side is still not clearing the traps which are set by the Elsu.
True. So we'll have to see how that goes. I
And
think they're going
the
for the
blue side
Enraged
has,
Abyssal Dragon. I think they're gonna try. They'll try to take this Enraged Abyssal Dragon now.
yeah, I mean, this is the only objective left to contest, and you can see Zil is waiting patiently
I
in the
think this
bush
is a
trying to
pretty.
cover.
This is a very dead Elsu, unless the Zel is able to do
Yeah,
something.
yeah, this is definitely a dead end too. Okay, the butterfly going in ham as well with the cane, but there's no one left to kill for the Tenara, so the Zil is able to easily kill her.
Yeah, this is very frustrating thing for a marksman. Nobody trying to protect her.
Yeah, I totally agree. But the butterfly is going to kill her. Kill him. I mean, she's so fed. Like you can see, 3-0 and 5. She has the second highest gold in the game. The
Uh,
first obviously being towards the Baldam. Holy shit! Okay, the Baldam is stacking up a lot of gold.
she has the third highest. The second highest being on the Telenas.
Yeah, I mean, my bad. So, I mean, you can see the Baldam is having a lot of gold. I mean, he has the highest gold, 9.4k. I mean, that's a lot of gold for an offlane Baldam. He is going to take the blue buff as well. So,
Okay, that was a very nice steal.
yeah. So
We'll
the
have.
buff of the Whistle Dragon buff is going to go towards the butterfly. So even if she dies, she is going to revive another time. So she doesn't really care about diving. So she can do a little bit of 1v5 right now, I guess. The Richter is trying to destroy the teammates by the Thane and okay, the
Okay, the
Bandam just
Beldam
died
is
for no
tilted, and
reason.
the butterfly is doing the same.
I mean, she is getting a lot of research, but
Okay,
okay, the Elves getting clutched at one. I think that's less than 100 HP.
I think that was a very bad engage from the Beldam. I think there was no need for such an
Yeah,
engage.
I mean, there was no backup for him except the Thane, and Thane doesn't really do any damage. So he was taking a lot of turret shots as well as absorbing the damage coming from the blue side, while his teammate was busy trying to focus on the Richter. So that was a very bad engage, or probably miscommunication coming out from the red side.
Yeah, but I think they are still in the driver's seat for now. I think this is a dead Richter as
Is
well.
probably going to.
Okay, the
Okay, the
Telenas
Terran yeah, that
missing
was an
the
end line flash right there. She didn't need to
yeah.
flash. I mean, even if she did, she needed to flash towards the Richter to kill him. I mean, Elsu is in a favorable position to snipe. Okay, the Terranas is almost dead, but the support item is going to save
Okay.
her.
It would have been crazy if that last snipe would have landed and the Telenas would have died to it. I think she must have definitely would have died to that last snipe
Yeah,
if
exactly.
it would
And
have connected.
finally, the butterfly is clearing the vision traps set by Elsu, so they don't have much vision now.
Okay,
The
the Thane
Thane missed
ulting the
his
minion.
ultimate.
He
Yeah, this
ulted
is
the
a
monster
classic
camp.
solo queue. Yeah, I think this time around they're doing the team
Okay,
first
the
wrong
snipe
because
coming out from Elsu. The Telenas in the front line and just dying instantly to that.
yeah, they should have waited for the bad master.
Kaz,
I think
yeah, I have a feeling that this game is going to be the yesterday special.
I hope not, dude. I mean, I don't. I don't. If the game is going to exceed 20 minutes, we have promised the viewers we will have to do Hindi commentary.
Yeah, so guys, just stay tuned. Like if this game goes exceed the 20-minute mark, मैं मादर चौध हूँ जो इसमें आया.
I mean, I think it's very simple for the red side. The game plan should be a simple 5v5, but they're still trying to contest stupid things like
I
buffs and
think they
stuff.
should try to avoid fighting in the closed corridor such as the jungle. So they should just try to go in the mid and try for look for a proper 5v5. They have a
Exactly.
advantage of a 13,000 gold.
I mean, a lot of poke coming out from the blue side as well. You can see the Anet, the Raz, and the Elsu. A lot of pokes.
We'll have to see if this game is going to be another 20 plus minute game or is this going to end soon in a couple of minutes. Okay, the Thane with the nice pull. Oh, okay, that's a
Okay,
very
the
bad
Victor
one.
is good. I think this is going to be probably a good game. If
No,
the
no.
thing does not end right now, I think should okay, the BF is ending. Okay, never mind, it's the blue
I
team which is ending. Okay,
okay. This thing
the,
is dead. Okay.
yeah, this I mean this thing is a zoo.
Oh,
Okay, he's
okay.
still
The
alive.
passive from the
Holy
thing can
shit.
be like the passive gives you a good amount of healing. So saving
I
the
think this God of Calamity, I think he's a Zuka player, right? I
yeah,
mean,
he's a
we have
Zuka one
already,
trick. Yeah, he's a Zuka one trick,
yeah, so nice to see a Zuka one trick, which is more of like a bruiser kind of assassin champion to be
yeah,
playing Thane.
which is like a go in and int the heck out sort
Yeah,
of
exactly. Yeah, I
L9
mean,
special
so that means this player has a lot of, I mean, a lot of
versatility. Yeah,
champion pool. Yeah,
yeah.
versatility, champ pool, you can say.
Okay, the red team has started the abyssal, the dark slayer. Sorry, the dark slayer has been started and they are now backing off from it. Let's see if they. I think the Zil is
I
waiting to
mean,
contest for this.
yeah,
Okay,
same. I mean, this Bandam is going to miss his ultimate, so the Bandam is just trying to zone out the Zil because I think they have a feeling the Zil is there.
I think okay that was a very smart move by the red side to disengage from the dark slayer and try to make some pressure on the blue side first. I think they can go for the dark slayer now because the Zil is going back to the base to heal up.
Yeah, I think this is probably going to exceed at least 25-30 minutes because
See if they are not able to end the game with this dark slayer and then we are up for a Hindi commentary, guys.
yeah, no, Hindi after 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think this is going to cross that mark. But since both
Yeah,
the
yeah,
teams
I think
have
so as
pretty
well.
good players, so like will not go with the BCMC style. Okay, that was
Yeah, I mean, yesterday match was frustrating. That's why we were using a lot of cuss words. So, but I think this one is not that much frustrating, at least till now. And we can see a good ultimate coming out. Oh, holy shit!
okay. The
Okay,
Atsu
I
has
think
been
this is
killed.
going to end. I,
Now
I
this
think
game is
this is
going
not
to
going
end. Okay, the Zil was split pushing in the bottom lane. Now he's just recalling. I
I
think this is
think,
a
yeah,
GG.
I mean, this is not probably not going to be a Hindi commentary game, unfortunately.
Okay, that's a GG, guys.
Oh my god, okay, that was still a good game. I mean, it was pretty close. I mean, if you look at the kill score, it does not sound very close. I mean, it does not look very close, but when you see the real match, you can see the blue side was still giving a little bit of competition to the team Z Force. Uh,
Coming on to the post match analysis, as you can see, like the kill score is 6 to 20. From the red side, the Satija, the butterfly, doing a lot of damage, and the Telenas
yeah,
also
she he
doing.
does he did the most damage in the whole game.
Yeah,
34% of his team's damage as well. And you can see the most damage tanked by the Thane. So the Thane inting was actually kind of a good strategy to absorb as much damage as he can.
yeah. The Baldam doing just 9% of damage, but he did the job of tanking. Now coming to the blue side, the Elzo did 33% of the damage, but I think that was not enough for to take his team to the victory.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, um, I think this was a very convincing red side. Although they did some mistakes more on like
Yeah, the game.
more like on the in the later part of the game, but I still think they pulled it off after the dark stay being taken. So overall, a very convincing victory from Team Z Force.
Okay, our next game is between Team Halal and Renegades.
Exactly. So I think this is a a little bit less hype, but I think it's still I think the most hyped game of today. I would say. What
Yeah,
do you think?
it's like the team captain of absolutely Halal is fucking nightmare. He's one of the sponsors. Apart from that, he has a very good team lineup, and I think the game should be a stomp. I'm expecting a stomp from these guys, but let's see if Renegades are able to
Yeah, agreed. I
Renegades are
mean,
able to do something about it.
I mean, I don't think I think you are kind of underplaying the Renegades. I mean, Renegades is a good team, but yeah, I understand your what's it called perspective because I think the Absolute Hilal really won the previous game in a very dominating fashion. To be honest, much not like the Renegades. I mean, Renegades did win in a kind of dominating, but this was not as much dominating as Absolute Hilal, right? So
Yeah, we'll have to
also, I
see.
think Absolute Halal has kind of those players who are very well known on the server, in the Indian server. Siege Pride, you can say, Zed, Mutthal or fucking Nightmare is a good player as well.
Yeah,
uh,
yeah, but him.
Panda. I mean, these are all good players. Coming down to Renegades. Uh, okay, so let me just check with the what you call the Discord and stuff. So I'll be just right back.
Yeah, sure. I'll guys. So now I'm going to read the comments. Okay, you got served. Sunny is saying, "Wow, well played, Kanu, earned respect." Trapzage is saying, "BF good." Yeah, the BF actually played very well. Let's see. I am pretty much sure that the teams that are watching this match and are the opponents for that butterfly team, the Z Force. I think they will definitely ban his butterfly, Kanu's butterfly. They'll definitely ban that. Hope I see these guys start playing again. Misses that days. Yeah, dude, those days were something else. I don't have anything else to say about that. We'll have to see how the things goes, because like Marvel Superboy is releasing in a couple of months, maybe mid November or early December, and then we have League of Legends MOBA releasing at around like January or February next year. They'll make a proper announcement for the same. I think when the finals of the worlds are gonna begin, or maybe let's see when they do. But I think the hype is pretty much for the League of Legends MOBA throughout the world. We'll have to see for that. Okay, the lobby is being
Yeah,
made.
I totally agree. The League of Legends MOBA has a lot more hype than Marvel Super. I mean, it's mostly because I mean we already know League of Legends is a very wide existing community MOBA. I mean, it has been now there for 10 years almost. And me and Blast are personally like players who met and became friends through League of Legends. So it's a very special game for me.
Yeah, like even if you don't follow any of the games, like we always make sure that we stay up to the date on League of Legends.
Yeah, exactly.
So our next game
So
is between Team Renegades and Absolute Halal. The Team Renegades are on the blue side, and the Absolute Halal are going to be on the red side.
yeah, some players are missing from Team Renegades. I mean, only one player is missing, so we have to watch out for him right now. So a little bit of let me check the Discord. I mean, Team Renegades has not joined the Discord yet. Not a single member is on Discord.
Yeah, just
Let me just contact.
yeah, sure. Okay, this game. Let's see how this game goes.
Yeah, I'm just sorting out the Discord problem with these guys. I mean, one of the players Discord right now at the last moment, so that is highly unprofessional to be honest. If we are doing this much for you guys, I think you can at least follow the rules, basic rules.
Yeah, and guys, if you're enjoying the stream, make sure you hit the like button. Comment down below how the tournament is going and who is going to be the winners. Like who are your favorite team in the tournament, and do share the stream as much as you can. Okay, let's hope we can begin the match pretty soon. Some guy is downloading the
Yeah,
Discord right now. Lol.
let me just go and talk with the Renegades guys. I think they are one member is having some problem with the Discord, so let me just be right back and sort it out.
Yeah, sure. Badman wasn't specified in the squad list. App developer. Okay, we'll check. We'll check that. Badman. Okay, guys. As soon as the issue for the Discord is resolved from the side of Renegades, we'll have to see for that. Just give me a second. Okay, Kaz, can you please check the organizers group on WhatsApp?
Yeah, I mean, the one of the players is downloading. One of the players is downloading Discord.
Okay, app developer. Okay, yeah, app developer. Actually, the thing is like they have asked for a change at the very last moment, and the team captain, which is fucking nightmare on the red side, they allowed them to make a change in the player. So that's why Batman is playing from the blue side, even though he's not registered. So like, if you have some issues, like if your issues are genuine and the enemy, then the opponent captain is allowing you to make the change in the player, then you can play with the extra
Yeah,
player, with that player that has not been registered you officially. So
exactly.
that's the issue that app developer was pointing.
Okay, isn't app developer the guy who won the skin yesterday?
Yeah, he got the skin, and like I've told him to PM me on WhatsApp. As soon as he WhatsApps me, I'll just gift him a skin from one of my Smurf accounts.
Okay.
So we'll try to do another skin giveaway if possible today.
I mean, if this stream hits 100 likes, I'm pretty sure we have to do another giveaway like that.
Yeah, if the
So I'm just
stream
gonna.
is going to hit 100 likes,
Blue
we'll give a.
team's turn to
Okay, we are
ban.
beginning with the pick and bans. Okay, let's see what's the ban going to be from the blue side. Okay, they are banning the Liliana, which is pretty much a target ban towards Afsar, who is one of the best mages in the Indian server right now.
Blue team's turn
Yeah,
to
agreed. I
ban.
mean, he is one of the best, if not the best. I mean, obviously, definitely not the best, but yeah, one of the best,
Red
definitely.
team's
So I
turn
think
to
this is going to
ban.
be a target ban towards the mages because Afsar plays a very good Liliana.
Blue
I mean,
team's
I think his
turn
main is
to
Liliana as
ban.
well. So
Yeah, so like scouting out your opponents is also part of a MOBA, and I think if the blue side have done that part well, so that is being reflected on their pick and bans. So we'll have to see what they pick and what they ban. Okay, they're banning the
Red
Elsu,
team's turn
which is the
to ban.
which is being banned in the round of 16 for the first time. Elsu was left open in the first two
exactly.
games.
Blue team's
So we
turn
can see a little bit of Nacroth ban. I mean, a Nacroth ban, okay, probably a one-trick ban or something because I don't remember a very good Nacroth player in the
Red
team of
team's
what's
turn
called
to pick.
Renegades right now.
Yeah. So okay, the Telenas first pick coming out from the blue side, which is pretty obvious. Like the Telenas is the highly the best in the meta right now.
Exactly.
Okay, we see a
Very
Maloch and Wonder Woman. I think the Wonder Woman is going to be the observer, and while the Maloch is going to go for the off-lane role. Let's see how that goes.
exact. Okay,
Okay,
and you
Illumia
holy
has been
shit!
locked. I think they are watching that 40-minute game. Like I think that just motivated them to pick Illumia in this match.
Red team's
I
turn
just hope they
to
Yeah,
ban.
don't force the Illumia to split push like we saw yesterday.
exactly. So we are going to see an Illumia and Yebinet. So probably they have something of a team comp in mind. So we are going to see Aram pick. So and a Preta as well. So I think this is. I mean, Aram is probably the main hero which
Blue
fucking
team's
Nightmare plays. I
turn
mean,
to
I used
pick.
to play with him a lot, and he mostly used to play Aram. So definitely one trick hero and a Lindis coming out
And a
from the side
Max
of.
as well. Okay.
Holy
If
shit! Okay,
if
so
this match
we
gets
had.
locked, let's see.
Red
This
team's
game is going
turn
to be
to
spicy.
pick.
Okay, it has been locked.
And
And Quillen has been
it,
left open. Holy shit.
okay, so I love the Siege Pride. Also, this guy Love. So he's basically Siege Pride. He has name changed. He's a one-trick villain. So I think I'm expecting to see some good plays. If okay, so I think he's back to
Okay, they are
switching with
going for a no marksman team composition. I don't know how that's gonna turn out for them. While
yeah.
the
I mean, yeah. I mean, this is reminding you of the yesterday's match, right?
yeah,
I mean,
between
in the yesterday's match,
Team Vilify and Team
yeah,
ROK, where Team
Vilify
Vilify was with two
had
marksmen.
a double marksman comp and the
True,
max as
yeah.
well. And
10
opponent the
seconds
ROK didn't
remaining.
have any no marksman comp with the Preta as well. So I think this is the closest match we have from the yesterday's.
We'll have to see how this game is going to go, because this game looks pretty interesting, considering the the pick and bans that both the teams have made for this particular match.
I mean, Linda's
Okay.
kind of hyped up the game because I know all the players almost personally. So I know all the players, the 10 playing players are very good in terms of skill level as well, and they have touched conquer rank at least in every season. So I am very excited to see the type of plays and the plays and the objective and the macro coming out from each of the team, because I think in the end, if there's a limit to skill, I think the macro really outshines. So we have to see that as well. To be honest, what do you think? What do you think is the most what's it called? The best team composition out of the two? Like what is the team comp you
Obviously, I
prefer?
would give it to the blue side because apart from having two marksmen, they have a very good mage that can disengage from team fights, and they have a very solid engage in terms of max as well. While coming on the red side, I think the red side has decent team composition, but the only thing that they're lacking is a marksman. But like if the individual skill levels of each of players on the red side is higher as
Welcome
compared to
to
the blue side, I
Arena
think they can still
Arena.
win the game convincingly.
Get ready. Minions will be
Yeah, I
deployed
totally agree.
in
I
5
mean,
seconds.
definitely the late game composition is completely going towards the blue side. I mean, they
Prepare
have a
to
lot of
engage.
good tanks. The Yabinith can provide a very good front line for the double marksmen. And Telenas really doesn't need a very good amount of range. I mean, she outranges everything on the side of the red side. So if she is not able to be targeted by the Zephys or she dodges the Zephys ultimate, I think she'll be pretty safe from a lot of quite a few distance.
The
I mean, you can see.
the hmm.
There's not going to be any invades right now. So both the teams are respecting each other's invade counter invades. They're just going to play the standard style of farming and then ganking.
The only long range damage source that the red team has is the Preta.
Exactly. So we are going to see again both the observers trying to babysit the bot lane, because a lot of action is going to happen probably in the bot lane as well.
Yeah, we'll have to see how that goes.
Yeah, I mean, okay, the Yemen is going to miss his second skill, so I mean the first skill, so he has to back out right now, and the Aram is also going to miss her skills. So that's an even trade kind of. The
Okay, we
Preta
see
is
in the top lane Max is literally overwhelming the Wonder Woman in a 1v1. Now the Zappis who is
okay,
level 4. Why?
but the Wonder Woman is going to miss her what's it called second skill, but it really doesn't matter because Zephyr's did hit his ultimate. As I said before, this
I,
Love guy, Siege Pride,
I'm
is a
pretty
very good
surprised
jungler.
why the Max didn't go towards his turret. He instead walked towards the river. I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean, you can see. A flash being forced out of Illumia by the Zephyrus. So this Zephyrus has not missed a single ultimate yet, compared to the yesterday's Zephyrus,
Yesterday's
which
Zephyrs,
missed
yeah.
legit early.
I think the minions played better than that Zephyrs, to be honest.
Exactly. I mean, he was 0 and 12 by the end of the game. I mean, yeah, that's a very questionable play. Coming back to talking about the plays, the Abyssal Dragon is being started by
I think they
the
should
blue
focus it
side.
down because the Zephyrs has not yet joined the team fight, but I think he'll be able to. Okay, that's a very nice secure.
Okay, that's so
Okay, that is the
holy.
ult.
Okay,
Holy
you can
shit.
see the lot of damage coming out from Lindis. You can see she is zoning out two people on her
Okay,
own.
the
A
Max
very
comes
good
in.
engage coming out of Max.
Okay, I
Holy.
think that is dead. Okay, this game is on point, guys. This game is spicy.
The
It is
Preta
very
is going to get
spicy.
caught out.
Okay,
The
I think
Preta
she's
has
dead.
to
She's
flash
dead.
out.
She's dead. Holy
Oh my
shit.
god, I mean, this just turned from good to worse for the red side.
Yeah. I was expecting the red side to have a convincing match, but the way the blue side is playing, holy shit. I think the Wonder
Exactly.
Woman
I
dies
mean, you can
here.
see the Wonder Woman is getting, okay, a very good escape by the
Yeah,
Wonder Woman
that was
to
a
use her pet.
200 IQ play from the Wonder Woman, just using the red buff to, escape from the max.
Exactly. And you can see a bit of level difference coming from both the junglers. Lindis is already level 6, while Zeph has just touched level 5. And the Abyssal Dragon buff is obviously going to help the team in securing a little bit extra goal lead.
Trust me, Kaz, this game is going to be very spicy. It may not look like that right now, but this game is going to be literally
Exactly.
legit.
I mean, uh, this is this is actually going to be exciting, to be honest now, because I think both the teams know their win conditions right now, and both are advancing towards it. I mean, if double marksman comps really sound good on the papers, but once a single marksman is down, you can see they are legit very squishy and they have no damage once the marksman dies.
Okay, the red team has paused the game due to some. I think the siege fight is disconnected, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, probably some kind of connection issues. They are going to resume the match, so I think the issues are fixing. Let us see. Everybody is moving, so I think it is picked.
We'll have to see how that goes, but this game is looking very spicy, and I think this game is going to go the distance for sure.
Yeah, I mean, okay, the Zephyrus is going to miss his first ultimate. I just saw that. So,
Okay, that is very
okay, the
nice.
Aru is instant.
Okay,
I mean,
that
that was not a
Illuma
good
ult
play.
combined with the Jablet ult. Holy shit, that combo was pretty sick.
That
Okay.
was such a bad play by the Arum. I mean, she instantly ulted Yebinet out of all the tanks. I mean, legit, are you serious?
Yeah.
And this is also going to result in a free Abyssal Dragon. Uh,
The blue team is having a 2000 gold lead already in just 4 minutes into the game, and I think they are doing much better than I expected, to be very honest. And the rotations from the Lindis
yeah,
as well.
I mean, I think this is more dependent. I mean, so is very good. I mean, a two knock up on the Zephyrus, but I don't think it is really going to matter. He's probably going to die
Okay.
right now. This is not looking very good. I mean, a double mark. I mean, at least there should be a single marksman on the side because they're really lacking the range right now, as you can see.
Yeah.
Preta is very squishy at the current moment.
The
Look, she is
range.
getting one.
Yeah, the range from the Telenas and the utility that the Lindis has from the bushes.
Yeah, I mean the CC provided by the Yebeneth as well, and obviously the Illume Ultimate. It is all in all such a good
Red
combo to
team
be honest.
tower has been destroyed. A red team tower has
Max
been
has taken the mid lane
destroyed.
turret meanwhile, and now he's rotating back towards the top side of the map. Okay.
Yeah, I mean you can already see the Max, despite having a global ultimate, he is still able to rotate much more than a Wonder.
Holy shit, like I just saw, like, if the Illuma ults properly and the Zebinet ults at the same time, then they can, chain CC the combo as well, along with the, traps coming out from the Lindis and the
Yeah, and
damage
don't
from
forget the
Citadel.
Max ultimate as well.
Yeah,
I mean, if a single target is going to escape at a low HP, I think Max will be easily able to secure that kill as well.
Max has the execute, and he's already making the for Frost Cape, if I'm not wrong. He has already made the mental of Ra and gilded boots. Now he's going for the
Exactly. I
Frost
mean,
Cape.
you can see the gold leads coming. It's 4,000 gold lead right now on the blue side. So
Yeah.
this is out of our expectations, to be honest. I mean, we were expecting a victory from the red side, although not very stomping victory, but we were not expecting this type of an outcome. So
Okay, they're telling us. Holy shit, the damage. Okay, the ultimate also landing, but
yeah, I think if
I
the
think
max
Illuma can.
ultimates right
Yeah,
now,
yeah. If the max ultimates or the Illuma ults, Illuma has a ult
I
still.
mean, I don't know. I don't know why they both are holding their ultimate for such a long
I
cooldown.
think at least
So
the
long time.
A
yeah. I
red
think the
team
Illuma could. Okay, now she ults. This is a pretty good ult.
This is a very bad ult. I mean, she should have done it such
Yeah, she
early.
should have done at that time, but like considering the damage.
Okay, Yemen's ult is going to slow down, and okay,
Okay,
this is a
finally.
very bad team fight for the blue side. There was no one left to
Okay, the
kill the
Max is
marksman.
coming in hot. I think this is a very dead. Okay, I think the Max can turn this around, turn this team fight around.
I mean, you can see the both the marksmen are dead, so there is
There is no
legit no
damage.
damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, except the Elumia, but now she is very useless because she doesn't have her ultimate. The Zephyrus is going to take advantage of the moment of Lindis being dead, so he's going to start the Abyssal Dragon.
I think the side team is capable enough to have a good comeback.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll have to see how that loss in a team fight is going to impact the mentality of the blue side.
I mean, it's still a no man's game. I mean, there's one in the driving seat currently. I think the goal lead, as you can see, is kind of evened out. It's only a 2,000 goal lead, despite the 4K being in the early. So I think that team fight was really fighting.
Yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. I think the Illuma should not be holding her ultimate for so long. She should ult whenever she thinks like she's going to secure a kill for the team, like you mentioned.
I mean, if the Lindis is going to build a little bit more on the defensive side, I think she should be able to escape, to be honest. While the Tenelas should build a full damage build. I mean, the Aram is doing a very right thing currently. So she is just trying to check the bushes. She cannot go directly, or she'll be get caught, and she'll get caught out.
Okay, I
Okay,
think
the
it's.
Wonder Woman though, yeah, I mean,
Okay, that
this is something.
ultimate from Illuma doing a lot of
Okay, a
damage.
two-man knockup,
But I think he's gonna
but
die
it's
anyways.
not going to
The
matter.
Max coming in clutch.
I mean, this is what the RM was avoiding, but I think the Wonder Woman didn't
Yeah,
really
that was a
avoid that, so
very
she did
bad flank from the Wonder
and
Woman.
resulted. Okay, you can see okay, the manage
The
is
red team tower has
such out
fallen.
DPS. I mean, a lot of DPS coming out from the Lindis and the Telenas, and I mean, this is something which I've actually questioned about in the starting. I mean, you can see the red side doesn't have really anything to like counter siege the siege coming out from the blue side because they don't have any range except the Freyta first kill.
Yeah,
A red
like
team
they should
tower
have
has
drafted
been
at least one marksman in
destroyed.
the team. What do you say about that, Kaz?
Yeah, exactly. A marksman or something which has a poke or something like a Raz even in the mid lane. I mean, you don't have anything to counter siege, any skill shots to throw at. I mean, the only thing you can do is and if you all in, I mean, the damage can be easily soaked up by the Yebenet and the Max, and you can see how aggressive they are. They are diving a Zephyrus under.
Yeah, okay, that is a ultimate coming out of the Illumia, but I don't think that will be enough to kill
The
the
red
Zapdos.
team tower has
The
been
Zapdos is
I'm
pretty.
just
destroyed.
reading the comments right now, and the one person is saying, "Don't kill our sponsor, Max."
Okay, I think this should be a pretty easy enraged abyssal dragon for the blue side. This
Yeah,
Telenas and Lindis
I
combo is
mean, I
doing
think
so much work.
yeah, I think they're just confusing the red team. I think the red team thinks that they're doing the Dark Slayer, that's why they're going towards it. But they are instead taking the Abyssal Dragon. So they do have the advantage of Abyssal Dragon, and the buff is being taken by the Lindis. So she has kind of that revive
I think the
option, and she is a
Wonder Woman is
beast.
caught. I think this Wonder Woman is going to definitely die.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this Wonder Woman is playing such out of position every time. She's obviously getting caught out a lot of times, and she's going in without having any. So. That is all in all a very bad macro, and you can see a lot of crits coming out from the Lindis. 1.6k,
They're
2k
going for
crits.
the Dark Slayer
Uh,
with the curse that they have on them, so they will do less damage to
yeah, I
Dark
mean,
Slayer. I think that's a very bad idea to
I
do.
don't,
That's a very bad idea.
I don't think it
Okay,
really
the
matters.
live stream.
I mean,
Telena,
the Max and Yebenet are able to just hold out the opponent team for
these
so
guys are
long. I
doing
think they're
literally
two.
3v5. I think the okay, there's a very nice flicker coming out of Telenas. Holy
Oh,
shit!
I
What
think
a
she activated the
play!
lifesteal item as well.
Yeah, the
That's
best
how she
lifesteal
was getting so
also.
much life.
These guys literally did a 3v5 in the mid lane. Holy shit! What was that?
This is legit a 3v5 BSC, and the four members on the side of absolutely
Dude,
dead,
what was
and they
that?
are
Double
as
kill.
That
as a
Telenas
team
play
can say.
was very sick. Like, holy shit. Flickering out of the ultimate of the Zafri, then using the bow of slaughter item to get the health back with the lifesteal that she has. Oh my god, that
A
has
red
to be the
team
best
tower
player
has
in the
been
tournament so far.
destroyed.
What do you say, Kaz?
Yeah, I mean that was really a very high IQ play coming out from Tenas, and a lot of
The red
misplay coming
team
out from the Zephyrus.
tower
As you
has
can see, the
been
Zephyrus is still
destroyed.
trying to kill the Tenas. I think he's trying to take his revenge, but it won't really matter.
The Telenas is too
The
low in the
Zephyrus is
lane.
getting holy shit.
Okay!
Yeah,
Holy shit,
this
this
was a storm patch.
game!
Actually, this was a
This was a very big upset if I'm not wrong.
Legendary.
Holy shit, GG boys! I still can't believe what I'm seeing right now, Kaz.
man. I mean, I'm left speechless. I mean, you can already see the analysis. The Tena's damage. She is the MVP of the match as well. So.
That play from
Um,
the Telenas, dude, that has to be a 300 IQ play. Like the flickering out of the Zephyr's ultimate, then using the bow of slaughter item to, get the life steal. Dude, this.
Exactly.
I think this is one of the
I
biggest
mean,
upsets we are seeing in the
this guy
tournament.
Carnage. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure this guy Carnage. He's also he has name change from Prem Kumar, and he was the guy who was hooking. He was playing the crack in the earlier round, and he was performing a lot on the crack as well. I think we have to look out for
Yeah.
this player. I mean, he's performing very good in these tournaments.
Yeah, that like I remember his Grag hooks like hooking from like other side of the wall to the other side, and now this Telena's gameplay on one of the best junglers in the game, Siegfried. Holy shit! That it has to
Yeah,
be.
this was a big upset to be honest, as you just said. There's no words to say. I mean, I think the problem was in the draft. Once you mentioned, I think in the mid game, I think
Yeah.
draft really just really took the defeat from the side of red team.
Okay. Okay, so while the lobby is being made for a final match, which is between Team KAATU POOCHI and Team Skeleton Gaming, I would like to thank our sponsors Burok Times for sponsoring the tournament. You can find more details about them on the official website. Do like their Facebook page as well, guys. And the links to both of these will be given in the description of the live stream, so do check them out. And a very special thanks to these guys for sponsoring the tournament: Vishal Tanwar, Muthal Nightmare, Amal S, Noob Rats, and Suraj Rai Z. So a big shout out to these guys for sponsoring the tournament and making it possible.
Exactly. And
Okay,
I
like
think we are down. I think we are downplaying the part which Yebinath played. I mean, Yebinath was proving to be a very good tank for his team. I think
yeah,
you can see him. He is the timing of his ultimate was so clutch. I mean, he always did a 4-man or at least 3-man ultimate every time.
yeah. The combo of his ult and the Illumia ult, like they just steered the blue side towards the late game stages of the game. And like, if I'm not wrong, Badman is the guy that the red side allowed the blue side to play. So basically, now the Badman will officially be the part of the roster if the other teams still keep on allowing. What do you say
I
about that?
mean, we cannot allow it definitely because this one this change was allowed because the
The
captain of
opponent captain,
Absolutely
yeah,
Halal,
yeah,
yeah, he agreed. So they have to obviously just inform it every time to the other captain. If he agrees, then obviously this could be allowed, but it's not
yeah.
allowed for the
It's
whole tournament
yeah.
currently.
Yeah. He'll not be officially added to the roster, but if the opponent captains
Yeah,
allow them to play with the guy, they can obviously play.
exactly. But I think after such a performance, no other captain would.
Okay, I don't even wanna open my WhatsApp right now. So let's just go with the final game of the day, which is between KAATU POOCHI and Skeleton Gaming. Kaz, is the lobby being made? Just please make sure.
Yeah. The lobby is being made. The members of KAATU are here, so we're just waiting for Skeleton Gaming.
Yeah. KAATU POOCHI will be on the blue side while the Skeleton Gaming is going to be on the red side. Okay, just let me
Yeah, so
update that.
Katapuchi will have an advantage of first pick.
KAATU POOCHI and red side is Skeleton Gaming. Okay.
Okay, let me just read the comments till then. Trash gameplay and they are complaining why no update. Just look at these games, you will know. I don't know about that one. They banned me from 6-time conk from FB group also. Alright. Ravan Gaming is pretty angry.
Yeah, I think that team absolutely halal was one of the tournament favorites. Like they had the one of the best plays, like the one of the best mages, one of the best junglers. But I think
Yeah, I mean it's
taking away the
all in all it's just like one
Telenas.
of the best, right? It's not the best, so we
Yeah.
cannot even say that. I think this team we just saw, Renegades. I think they are going to give a little bit of competition to the current tournament favorites, such as Team Vilify. What do you think about that one?
Yeah, like if they are able to secure a good draft versus Team Vilify, like they just did against Team Absolutely Halal, I think they can create the biggest upset.
Yeah, totally agree.
Like if you deny the the marksman jungle from the captain of Team Vilify, which is VFI Light, I think you can already put them at a disadvantage. Like although he can play other champions as well, but if you are gonna go strong up with the max pick and the two marksman picks, obviously they'll not allow such a draft to go through. But if it does, obviously I think any team can beat any other team on their day, just how it happened between Team Our Arbitrary and Team XG Gaming in the first game of the AOV Summer Championship quarterfinals.
Yeah, I mean you don't really have to So, I mean, we're only waiting for one player from the side of Skeleton Gaming. Skeleton Gaming obviously have that one trick Richter, which we saw in the last match, CRG Hush. So we have to keep our eyes open on him as well.
Yeah, let's see how. But these guys present. We already have had a upset today.
Yeah, I'm seeing the both the teams players are on Discord. All the 5 playing players. So I think we are good to go. Just let me do a ready check as well. I mean, Rath is already doing it. Just okay. You are invited, right? Okay, fine. Nikhil Kumar, when will next match start? It's on the way. We're just on lobby. Next up will be pick and ban, and then the match will start.
Okay, guys, just let me tell you, this is the last game for today. Then there are 4 more remaining matches in the round of 16 that will take place tomorrow from 7 p.m. onwards. So stay tuned for that. I think, like talking of the last game, I think taking away the Telenaps from Muttal, fucking nightmare. I think that kind of backfired. And like I don't know with what mentality like they went into the draft by not picking even a single Violet was still open.
Yeah, that was just a very poor draft coming out from the Muthal.
Yeah,
I
like I
mean,
mentioned, like the Violet was open, Slims was open. I think they could have
yeah, I
drafted
mean,
better.
I think it really came down that they had no player to who plays marksman. Yes.
So, but like building a team around the players out of which none of them plays a marksman apart from one guy who plays only one champion. So that's not the right thing to do, as per me.
So guys, I think both the teams are ready,
Okay,
and
we
we can
have this
go
guy
in.
CRG Rush on the red side, who is a Victor one trick. Like he played a very solid Victor in his last game. We'll have to. Okay, his Victor. As I was talking about his Victor, Victor is going to get banned.
Exactly. I mean, one tricks are supposedly getting. So we have seen a lot of one trick bans like L'Oreal and stuff in the previous matches. So it's not a big deal as we expected. The Murad is going to get banned as well. I think KAATU POOCHI has a very good Murad player who played a very good Murad also in the previous round.
I think that's why are they banning Ignis? Ignis is already perma banned.
I think they're trying to troll here, but yeah,
Okay,
they're not.
they were
That's
trying
not a
to
troll. I
create
think
some
yeah, they're trying to
suspense.
create some drama kind of stuff.
Okay, we'll have to see, guys. This is the last game for today.
This is the last game for today. After this, there will be 4 more games tomorrow for the end of round of 16.
Yeah, and after that day we'll have our quarterfinals as well. The schedule will be out on our website exdgg.netlify.com. So don't worry about that.
Exactly.
Okay, these guys love some drama for sure.
Team's turn to ban.
Okay, Zan is banned. Let's see what KAATU POOCHI
Okay,
brings to the
LC.
table.
You can see Elsu is not banned
Elsu
right
is
now.
not banned,
Elsu is
yeah.
open.
Elsu is open. We'll have to see if they pick Elsu. I don't think they have any player that plays Elsu on the blue side.
Yeah, I mean, people are saying that this one is going to be a one-sided match. So we have to
Team's
see what
turn.
to.
Like
What
I,
I
I
mean,
kind of predicted the same about the last match, but it totally turned upside down. So I'm not gonna make any predictions as of now. I'll see that draft first, and after that I'll come to
exactly.
any conclusions. Okay, we see a yawn, a well, and okay.
I mean, I think both the teams are similar skill level. I think looking at that draft. Uh, so we actually KAATU POOCHI is trying to pull out the Zini here.
Okay, if they are able to pull out, okay, the Elsu. Okay, I don't know why the red team did not pick Elsu. I think both of the teams don't have a Elsu one trick sort of a player.
Red team's
Okay, a
turn
I
Wisp.
to
mean,
ban.
beyond a second pick is not a really good choice. When there is an Elsu open, even the Wisp, okay, the Wisp is being picked out the Katapuchi team. So Elsu obviously is not going to be taken because they already have a marksman. So I think the focus is towards okay the Wukong. I mean, we haven't seen a lot of Wukong recently just because I think we are seeing a little bit more quality games now. But I think we are back to seeing Wukongs like day one.
We have not seen so far even a single good Wukong gameplay in the tournament. So I'm not expecting a good gameplay right now either. Okay, another team composition with two marksmen and Grag being the sole tank apart from the Zenil obviously.
Okay, another the same kind of team comps are being taken. I mean,
I
you
think
can see
these
the
guys,
team composition.
yeah.
Yeah, the double MM team comps are having an easy dominating victory. I mean, so far we've seen two double MM team comps, and this is being going to be the third one. So you have to see how this one is going to pan out.
Okay, wow. I think these guys are watching the stream and they see the double marksman team comps having success, so they are trying one of their own. But one thing I would like to mention, like on the blue side, like they don't have a real solid kind of a tank apart. Like
10
Zenil can tank a
seconds
lot,
remaining.
but still, the red side has Thane as well as a Wukong and a Zuka for engages.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the Xenian is more of like bullet. So I think Zuka, I mean, obviously Zuka is going to have three dashes, but he's is still going to take some time on rotations. But if the Zuka is able to like just simply dominate over like the MMs, like I think the Zuka can easily kill at least one marksman with him. So he can be a suicide bomber, like Allahu Akbar.
Yeah, yeah. Just
मतलब
pray
एक
and
एक को
pray.
लेके मरेगा.
Just
हाँ.
pray and pray, sort of a champion. So, Kaz, do you wanna commentary in Hindi or you wanna stick to English? It's up to you.
I
I'm ready.
mean, someone is saying to commentate in Hindi, but I'm बोल रहा है लेकिन वो बंदा मेरे को वो देसी है भाई बाकी जो साउथ इंडियन आई डोंट थिंक दे विल बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड.
Yeah, I think we should stick with we should stick with English. If the game goes part 20 minutes like we promised, we are gonna do the commentary in Hindi, guys. So just pray this game
Okay, so we
crosses
have
20 minutes.
EXD, we have EXD Pain in the chat as well.
Okay,
He's
shout out to
probably the
Pain.
Welcome to
yeah.
Arena.
Shout out to Pain.
Normalang,
Finally, come
what
home.
was the line that he used to say? Normalang valing valing, something like that, if I'm not wrong.
नहीं नहीं बलिंग बलिंग नहीं था bench.
Prepare to engage.
Normalang, I think I remember the one word, normalang, I think.
Yeah, normal in. उसके आगे I don't remember actually after that.
Okay, guys, we have EXG Pain in the chat as well. Okay, the Grak is going towards the blue side. Okay, I think he has something in his mind, but the Thane spots him, so he backs off.
Yeah.
We'll have to see how that goes. Like the Grak, like the Wisp. I don't know why the Wisp is not going to the lane. Okay, she will not miss any CS or experience whatsoever. Okay,
very
that was a
good
very
from
nice hook
from
from the
there.
Grak. Okay, I think this game is going to be pretty spicy and interesting as well. What's your take on that, Kaz?
Yeah, I mean, supposedly this is going to be spicy. I mean, we have KAATU POOCHI, the god. So, so
The name
we have
speaks
to see
spicy
some
itself,
spicy.
so yeah, we'll have to expect something.
Yeah. So
Let's see how
ये
that.
मैं क्या देख रहा हूँ. I mean, I think Pain is new
Pain,
to.
Pain. I think Pain should read the patch notes.
I think he's a little bit out of touch.
Yeah. But
Little bit
guys,
too much Dota.
like I talked with Pain and like he is almost in the leaderboards of Dota 2. So a big shout out to Pain for dominating every game,
A big
every
shout
single
out
game that
to
he plays.
shout out to him actually for performing so well in the Dota scene as well. I don't think it's been much time since he switched to Dota. I mean, he was more of a mobile player, so yeah, big shout out. I mean, it requires a lot of mechanics. And talking about mechanics, you can see Athane is dragging out two members of KAATU POOCHI, almost going to die. The Raz.
This Wisp is free farming with ease, and like the Grak is with the Wisp, so I don't think. Okay, the Thane is rotating, and the Lilian is also rotating. Okay, we see at first blood in the top lane 1v1. Siaji Hush killing
Yeah.
Hachi.
Hush is proving himself to be a big asset again, so he is dominating over the Xenian easily.
Yeah, true. I think this guy CRG Hush is going to create a lot of impact on the map with his rotations and his team fighting, but we'll have to see. Okay, they have studied the Abyssal Dragon, but the blue side has decided not to respond to that. I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean, the blue side is lacking a little bit on the IQ side, I think. So we have to see, we have to see how that is going to
I
pan out. in
think
the
they
late
have
game.
to work on the macro. Okay,
Exactly.
a very nice ultimate from the Raz, but
okay.
I think he's gonna die.
Okay, the Grak is going to hook to Liliana, forcing out a flash out of her. So the Wukong is kind of not making much more of a jungle pressure, you can see.
Like we
But
expected.
yeah, I mean that is to be expected. Agreed. Until I think the Wukong gets his first item, which gives Dangtai, I don't think he's going to do that much damage. Okay, and the Grak is hitting all his hooks. Like 3 out of 3 hooks right now.
But
So
Wisp
that's a
was
very
not
good
there
score.
to, give him any sort of a backup. So the Yon
Exactly. I
uses
mean the Wisp
flicker.
is playing a little bit safe, which is a good thing. And the red team is being forced.
I think Yon had some connectivity issues. I think that's why.
Yeah, I mean classic Yawn players, cancers. I mean.
Yeah, we'll see to that. Okay, the game has been resumed.
I mean, I'm hoping this match is going to end out soon because I have a rolled up.
Okay, that is the. Okay, I don't think by the Wisp cancelled her ultimate. I think she couldn't have held to it for a couple of seconds.
Yeah, I mean, the Thane is, I don't know what the fuck the Thane is. I mean, okay, Grak is finally going to win.
Okay, that Daniel ult saving the day for the Grak.
That's way more earlier. Okay,
Okay,
the
the flash, the flicker spell coming out of Raz. Okay, that's a very nice knock up. I think the Wukong should die, but the Wisp is out of mana and Lindis
Blue
has
team
come.
tower has been
Okay, that was a very
destroyed.
poorly
Yeah, I mean,
placed trap.
yeah, that is. She came a little bit. I mean, too late. So you can see meanwhile, CRG Hush has cleared the tier 3 tower already. So he's moving down towards the blue buff of team blue side. So I
I
mean,
think I
the
think
Zenith
he can one shot
the
the
Zenith.
Lindis.
Yeah, I mean, definitely he can one shot the Lindes or the Raz if he comes. I mean, you can see a lot of damage coming out even on the Xenian by. Holy shit.
Okay, that is
Okay,
a
the
very nice
oh
pull
shit.
from the Grak.
Yeah,
But
the Hush kind of trolled actually. He just
yeah,
sidestepped the hook.
yeah. But like this Grak is on point with his hook. It's just that his team is not giving him follow
Yeah,
through.
the
You
other
see another
hook. You can. Oh my god. Okay, that is not something we can usually see from every crack. I mean, I remember there was a crack in the Indian server. I mean, yeah, there was his name was Blastoise. I mean, do you remember that?
I think these guys are playing better Grak than me, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you have washed up a bit. I mean, when you play, I think you were only playing the marksman characters like Telenor.
Yeah, because like you need to solo carry the games. You cannot play Alice and fuck up your win rate, right? Okay, another hook coming
Yeah,
in from
agree.
Grak.
Okay, another hook and okay,
And the
holy
flash,
shit, the
holy shit,
flash.
that Grak is doing some next level plays, man. Seriously, holy shit. Okay,
Yeah, I mean, okay, the mean of Wukong is
Zephyr
going to
ultimate
take
is
the
going to be
fight.
clutch. I think the blue side
Okay,
should win this team fight with
you
these.
can
I
see
think they're gonna win this.
CRG Hush is making his way slowly
But I
because
think
he's a
he's too late.
very
I think he's
fat
too late.
panda.
Yeah. He can still kill a couple of guys on his own, but I think like the rotations on the Zenil, obviously because of the ultimate, are going to be much better as compared to a Zuka. Like you mentioned, he has 3 dashes, but like it will still take him time to get to the map where the action is taking place. The fights are taking
Yeah, I
place.
mean, KAATU POOCHI is winning these team fights very. I think it's more, as you said, because of the global thing.
Um, okay, very interesting purchase from the Yon. He has bought Hermes boots instead of the war boots. But your
Yeah, I
take on
mean,
that?
that's not a bad option, but yeah, a little bit questionable currently. So we can see how is this going to help him in the long run.
Okay, we see a 1v1 happening in the top lane. The Zuka cancelling the second skill of Zeniel with his own skills.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the red start. So the Wukong will get a little bit much more experience. Meanwhile, the Grak is kind of
Solo
pushing in the
pushing the bot
bottom. I
lane. I
don't know.
don't know why. I think he should be sticking with his team. Lindis is gonna die.
Yeah, Lilius is gonna get caught out. I mean, Zillion is going to waste
Okay, that
his
is a very nice
ultimate.
pull from Raz. Okay,
Okay, the
the
Raz
Zaniel
is.
is missing all his but his second skill. The jumps.
Okay, the Wukong coming in clutch.
The Wukong just not giving a fuck about it. I think the Zenial will die as well. I don't know what this
Yeah, I
bot lane
mean,
from the blue side is doing. I think they should have been with the team, but they are
I
not.
think they're kind of like trolling a bit, right? I mean,
Okay,
I
they are
think
still
those
not
kind of.
calling.
I think this could be a base race to be honest.
No,
But
this
never
I don't
mind.
think he's gonna die.
Yeah, The Cannon is going to, as well as the Zuka is going to recall, and he's almost there to defend the tower.
I think the
Wukong
Grak
is
and
also there, so we can see a possibility of 2v2.
Okay, the Zuka
Okay,
miss. Okay, the snipe coming in
this
from
is
John.
good.
From downtown.
Okay, another hook, okay, but I don't think it's going to matter at all, so yeah. That was a little bit stupid decision on the time, on the part of Team KAATU.
Yeah, like as we have progressed into the round of 16, we are seeing much equal sort of a matches. Like you can see the goal lead is not that huge coming, considering that it's been a 8-minute long game.
Yeah.
What do you think, as like if the blue side goes looks for a proper 5-5 team fight versus the red side, can they come out clutch in that team fight? Can they defeat them?
I mean, definitely, I think. I mean, it really depends on it. To be honest, currently, I don't think the Littles is positioning herself very well. She's obviously getting caught out in the Zuka a lot. So we have to see how she is going to position herself in the team fights more often. Zuka is playing very safe. You can see he is hiding in bushes a lot. So I mean, people are not able to tell where he is.
True. I don't know why this bot lane on blue side is constantly pushing on the bot, and I think they should stick with the team.
Yep.
We see a team fight happening in the top lane. The Zuka successfully killing the. Okay, that was
Okay,
very
a
nice.
flash
kill from
coming out of the
Raz.
yawn. A very.
Yeah, and that was a very nice kill secure by the Raz. Making it a 1-for-1 trade. I think this Lindis is dead again. Bad positioning from the Lindis.
Again, a very bad positioning. I mean, I'm constantly telling her. I mean, telling.
Okay, another nice kill. But I think this pull
Yeah.
was pretty bad. Pulling the pain
Okay,
into
Thaden
the.
is going in 1v2. I mean, only Liliana is doing her combo, and Drac is probably
I
going to
think
die as
they,
well.
they was,
Okay. There was a clutch ultimate coming out from Xenial, but
okay,
it's
this
not able
Xenial
to
is
save.
missing all his second skills. All his jump.
Yeah, I mean, the Thaden should have been dead. I mean, much extended the Thaden was, but still the Xenial is missing a lot of things. And you can see the Xenial is kind of trolling a bit here, trying to kill the Yorn and Liliana. I mean, he's getting fighted around for
Okay.
days. And
Pretty questionable
that is a
Xenial
classic
game.
N9. I mean, I used to do it as well when I was playing Xenial Jungle sometimes. Okay, so we can see a classic, Enraged Abyssal Dragon being taken by. So Red Team is more focusing on objectives, as you can see. They have taken all the 4 Abyssal Dragons, and they have maintained a very good goal lead as well, around 7,000.
Blue team tower has been
We
destroyed.
will have to see how this team fight goes. I still think that a blue side can win a team fight if if a Grak lands a good hook onto the Yon or the Liliana. I think they can still win a team fight.
Yeah, I mean, the possibility of them losing is set in stone, but I think the way this is going, it's probably more likely that they will lose because the goal lead is increasing a lot, and the objectives being taken is 0 on the side of Team KAATU.
We will have to see how it goes. They are moving towards the dark lane. I think they are trying to set up a trap for the blue side.
Yeah, I mean, they have started last play, and the Thane is positioning himself very well. If the enemies come, he can pull them away from his team. So I think this is going to be no competition tasks they're being given.
Yeah,
The teams
because
currently
there are
gaming.
three members on the blue side on the bottom lane. I don't know why they 3 of them are pushing together.
I don't know why they are having orgasms with, especially the crack. I mean, you have the whole map in one lane.
Okay, the Zenil again missing his second skill. Like he's giving tough competition to
Yeah, I
Zafis,
mean,
who missed all his
okay.
ults yesterday.
So finally, it is going to be a proper 5v5. I think. I mean, obviously the
Okay,
okay,
that was
okay.
coming from the.
Yeah, Jihan is going to be getting
Okay, that
home,
was a very
but a
bad
lot of
play.
damage, counter damage coming, and okay, a lot of damage coming out by the Zuka. You can see,
The
but
Wisp is
this
doing
is
so much
free
damage.
hitting in the
Okay,
back
the
line.
Wisp is almost. I think the Zenil should back off and go to the base and heal off.
I think exactly. I think if they die here,
Blue team
It's pretty
tower
much
has
easy.
been
So-
destroyed.
yeah, I mean the Wisp is still there. If he can use his ultimate from a safe distance to
I
clear the
think
way.
the red
So
team will just
A
back off
blue
for now.
team
They have
tower
taken
has
2
been destroyed.
inhibitor turrets. So
exactly. Um, so I think it's going to be forcing a reset at in gaming side. Considering the match time, it is not yet that far. I mean, it's only 30 minutes in the game, so we cannot expect them to end the game so fast, obviously, because these are not some teams which have stormed in previous games, I think, right?
Yes. So like both the team
Okay, so
comps are like pretty equal when it comes to the skill level. Like red team is slightly being a little bit ahead as compared to the blue side, but I think if like I said, a good hook from the Grak can change everything.
exactly. I mean, we have currently 85 viewers live watching. If you guys are channel, if you want to support us.
Yeah, guys, do support the channel by liking, sharing, and subscribing. And we see a pause from the blue side.
Yeah, I think this is a more of a strategy. I mean, you can see it's almost it's resuming probably some of like a voice issue.
Yeah.
So we can see the Zuka is still pushing in the bot side. The waves, all the waves are being pushed except the mid wave, which Liliana will clear.
We'll have to see how. Okay, the Zuka is jumping in on the Wisp. The Wisp was able to save herself.
Yeah, I
The
mean,
Wukong is going in deep. I think that's a very
Wukong is
bad
going
engage.
in
That
deep.
was a very bad engage from the Wukong without any backup on his team.
yeah, and the Liliana is
Wisp
also
is
going to
doing
die,
so
so
much
this is a
damage.
lost team fight unless the
Okay,
Zuka can
Zuka
pull
comes.
out
I
a
think
miracle.
this can be
Okay,
easy.
Zuka.
Okay, the damage from Zuka. I think he'll be able to clean up. He has the Blade of Eternity,
Yeah,
the Guardian Angel. He'll spawn again, and he's still going in. Okay, he dies.
unfortunately, he is going to die.
I
So
think that's a
Yon is
team
still
fight
alive, you
loss.
can see.
That's a team fight loss for the red side. Like I said, if they go for a proper 5v5, a bad engage or a good hook from the Grak can, still turn things around for the blue
Yeah, I
side.
mean, definitely. I mean, I didn't expect that Wukong to go in like that. I mean, I think it is the curse of Wukong that people think they are very strong at the moment, but they are actually not. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, in the end, it's just a fucking monkey, so you cannot expect to do huge things.
We'll have to see this.
So,
Both the teams are going toe to toe despite having a difference in the skill level. Like I mentioned, CRG Horus, he displayed a very good game on the Richter. Now he's displaying the same amount of good game on the Zuka as well. But I don't know why. I think there's some sort of a miscommunication of a word. But like they are not able to end the game.
yeah, I mean, miscommunication is a very small word. I mean, we're not. So, we cannot say directly. I mean, we can
Okay,
see
this
this
thing
maybe
is Kane
again.
has his blade
I'm
of.
just
Okay,
gonna,
he's
yeah, I
dead.
think that was
Okay, that
to be
hook.
honest, but
If that hook would
I'm
have
just gonna
done it.
say miscommunication.
We'll have to see. Like the Wukong is positioning towards the top side of the river, but the Zuka is split pushing. I think that's a smart thing to do, considering that you cannot win 5 to 5 head-on team fights. They are going for the
Yeah, agreed.
dragon.
I
I
mean,
think. I think they have done a smart move ahead. They have pushed the waves on the top and the middle lane, and now they are going for the objective. So that's a very smart move coming out from the blue side.
yeah, I mean, you can see they have already secured the unleashed which is dragon, and okay, the crack hook is going to miss, but slowly but surely the red team is losing their what's it called advantages. You can see.
Yeah, they're losing their momentum right now. I think they should have been able to end the game by now, but thanks to the bad engages from the Wukong and some good hooks from the Grak, that they are still in the game and fighting.
Exactly. I mean, the Grak needs to hook any squishy target. I mean, if he hook any squishy target, you can. I'm definitely sure that it will die. I mean, he or she will.
Okay, that's a very
Okay.
bad
Okay.
decision from the
The Raz is.
Raz. He got greedy
Yeah,
for a
the Raz
monster camp.
is
Okay, the
going.
Zuka is
eh,
BMing as well with the dance moves.
Probably some kind of personal comments being passed on in the chat. I mean, which we are not able to see.
If this game
uh,
crosses the 20-minute mark, guys, we are going on with the Hindi commentary. So let's see.
yeah, I mean, to be honest, like 20-minute mark seems a lot for this match. I'm already being felt like I'm being hostage right now. To be honest.
Yeah, it feels like you are being kept hostage, and like we'll deliver the
Yeah.
special Hindi line soon.
Oh
Okay,
yeah, the
that's a
kid.
very nice game sense coming out from the Grak. Okay, okay, the Grak ultimate. Holy shit!
Okay, the
Oh,
Grak
I
ultimate
think
is going
he
to
is
come in
dead.
clutch here. And the Grak ultimate is going to get.
Cat has been joined by
Okay.
one of his roommates. Okay, the
Yeah.
Zuka. Holy
Okay,
shit!
the zoo. Okay, the Zuka is going to kill the Lindas as well.
I think it did
So
a
it's
triple
going
kill or something over there.
So I'm hoping that this is
I
going to be
think
finally
this is
finished.
GG.
Okay, this is finally a GG moment, man. It's a very good clutch plays coming by the Zuka. I mean, Zuka actually outperformed the most of his team except the Yon. The Yon also performed very well.
Yeah, Kaz. So now we are gonna load into the post-match analysis screen. So Kaz, what's your take?
I mean, my take is very simple. That you can see the Abyss did a lot of damage. I mean, he has the most damage in the entire game. But I think the Lindis, on the other hand, was not that much of an impact. Like she did not do anything, to be honest. Like she did not put a good jungle pressure. She was being fought out left and right. So I think she was the issue of losing. And obviously the Grat and those trolling in the bot side as well. I mean, that resulted in a lot of towers. I mean, two towers in the mid lane. So I don't know. I don't think except that. To be honest, the low priority of objectives by the blue side as well. I mean, they took the 5 abyssal dragons were taken by the red. So as well as
Yeah. So that's it for today, guys. I would like to thank our sponsors once again. First of all, special thanks to Burok Times for sponsoring the tournament. You can find more details about them on their official website and the Facebook pages. The links to both of them are in the description. And special thanks to the guys for
yeah.
to these guys for sponsoring the tournament. Vishal Tanwar, fucking nightmare, Amal S, Noob Raj, and Suraj Rai Z. So Kaz, what's your take on today's
Yeah.
game overall? What's your take on today's game?
I mean, the games today played were actually very. I mean, they were not a very big storms, except obviously the game which we were expecting to be the least storm one turned out to be a very good storm. I mean, a very big upset, to be honest.
Yeah, Team Renegades versus Team Halal. That was one of the biggest upset we have seen in the tournament so far.
Exactly. I mean, the biggest, to be honest, could be the ROK versus Billify, where Billify
Nah,
completely outperformed.
that was not a upset. That was pretty much known result after all the drama that Rio 2 created that he's not gonna play then his game then he played and like whatever it is. So the games for tomorrow will be between Team Vicious versus Team Tox INC, two solid teams colliding against each other at 7 p.m. So guys, this game is going to be pretty exciting and pretty interesting.
Oh, as well as the fourth game tomorrow. I mean, Team Overpowered
Yeah,
versus Team Billify.
yeah, I'll come to that. Now, second game will be between MSG2 versus Team Dholakpur 69. Third game between White Walkers and MSG3. The fourth game will be Team Overpowered versus Team Vilify. And this game is also will be pretty good to watch because one of the tournament favorites is going to collide against another very strong team.
Yeah, I think this is a signing off right now. So I think.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for tuning in. If you like the stream, do like, share, comment, subscribe. You cannot share, obviously, the stream is ending, but do like the stream. And guys, see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. So take care. Peace.
Yeah, see you tomorrow. So, peace. Bye bye.
Bye, guys.